Do not.
Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Christian Doyle. I'm one of the creators of Masters of the Metaverse, and I am proud to welcome you to our 5th season finale. Woo! Can you believe that? This is episode 86, which means that we have logged about 255 hours into this show.
Holy shit.
That means if you're just starting today, you got some catching up to do. But don't worry, that means we have a new season coming up, and that's going to be the best time in the world for new people to get on. So if you're a fan of the show and you watch the show every week and you write about it and you talk about it and you have questions about it, it's time to start telling other people, because it's about time for new people to jump on. It's going to be a great spot for them to do it. And I just wanted to say, hey, get ready for a wild ride, because today everything changes. And that's a big deal. We've been doing this.
Hashtag MetaSurge.
Oh, they're already starting in the store. Thanks.
Thank you.
We haven't quite got things going there yet, but yeah, I just wanted to come on today and say 255 hours is a really long time to watch anything. And when me and Chris started this, we were just looking for a way to do what we do live, in a way that we could stream, and it took on a life of its own and has become something completely different, and that is because of you. We wanted to make this show the most interactive tabletop gaming show in the world, and we've absolutely achieved that. The effect that the audience has had on the story has been phenomenal, and nothing ever could have prepared me for where we've gotten with it. So I just wanted to say thank you before we got started today, and we're going to rip your fucking heart out. Have a great episode.
You instill confidence.
Kalima!
Shopping.
Hi, everybody. It's Meta Monday. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. It's our season finale. I'm your host and GM, James Durham. Joining me at the table, I have Helen Roundhill.
Hello.
Jess Weaver.
What up?
Luke Edmondson. Christian Doyle. Chris Odie. Andy Doporowski.
Yola.
And Maggie Doyle. And I've got Leo back on tech. Hi, Leo.
Hi, Leo.
And I've got maybe one or two people might be hiding in the wings. Who knows? It's Metaverse.
Secrets.
You never know what could happen. Master of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is funded and supported entirely by fans like you. We wouldn't exist without you. We love you and thank you for it. Tell all your friends, tell all your friends' friends, tell the neighbor's dog, your mailman, the grocery store clerk, somebody at the bus stop. Tell everybody. And we are supported by a lot by our Patreons, and I want to thank some of our special backers today. Christopher Rose, thank you.
Thank you.
Amanda Jo Alderman, thank you.
Thank you,
Amanda.
Charles Negrin, thank you.
Good
Thanks,
Charles.
Do you go by Charlie?
He went for you.
Can't disagree with that. Masters of the Metaverse is the most interactive live stream RPG on the planet. And we've got our great store, which has all kinds of fun things in for our players to use today, and they could probably use all the help that they could get. In addition to all of our fun store items that we have, we also do weekly Patreon polls. And I have the results of those polls if you guys would like to hear it.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Excellent.
Give me stuff.
Give me stuff. Give me money.
Helen, you get plus 20 health and plus 3 to a roll today.
Ooh.
Jess, you get plus 30 health and plus 3 to a roll today.
3?
Mhm.
Awesome, thank you.
Luke, you get plus 20 health and plus 3 to a roll today.
Thank you.
Maggie, you can also get plus 20 health and plus 3 to a roll today.
Excellent. Plus 20. Plus 3. Got it.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Chris, my friend, you get plus 50 health and plus 5 to a roll today.
Wow!
Wow.
So it is a popularity contest.
I voted for him 5 times.
Christian, you've got plus 30 health and plus 4 to a roll.
Oh, thank you.
Andy, you've got plus 20 health and plus 2 to a roll. And I also get plus 20 health and plus 2 to a roll. I guess they just don't like us anymore.
There's a lot of orphans in the audience.
Oh.
Who knew it's our key demo?
Oh.
Now, before we go into our usual credits and start the show, I want to make a couple of announcements. Next Monday, we're going to do a very, very special episode called Interview with a Metapilot. You don't want to miss that one.
Oh.
So get all your questions ready. You'll get the chance to ask them. And I'd also like to remind everyone to tune in on December 23rd for our second annual Metaverse Holiday Special. What's going to happen this year? I can't tell you, but it's going to be really great.
Borks?
I can't tell you. It's going to be really great.
Borks? What? Borks?
And I'd also like to announce when we're going to return. I've been keeping our return secret as well as the title of the return arc. On the 6th of January, Metaverse will be back with its 6th season. This is called Planet Metaverse Invasion.
Ooh, yay!
And we've got some very special people coming in for this next arc. Yep.
We're all special.
We're okay.
Who did you think we were talking about?
And now I've got you all filled with dread, excitement, and apprehension. How about some credits?
Strangers was brought together through blackmail, lies, and advertising campaigns. They became metapilots, people capable of traveling to strange new places called metaverses and inhabiting the remarkable people known as avatars who lived within. At first, it was just a game, but it soon became a struggle for all reality. Betrayed by an entity that they once trusted, the one known as Tom, these metapilots slayed a would-be immortal, healed a broken world, and saved the entirety of the metaverse. But now, they must answer for their deeds. The metaverse sends you where you need to be. But where are they?
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse.
Welcome back, everyone. Last week, the grand tournament began, and our heroes had a chance to reunite with Brony Robbins. To the delight of the crowd, blood was spilled.
For thousands of years I lay dormant. Who has disturbed my sleep? Oh. It's a hashtag crash buff, hashtag Rosie buff, hashtag Maddox buff, hashtag Andy buff, hashtag Wyatt buff, hashtag Brony buff, and a hashtag Thomas buff for the Metaverse crew. Lots of love to you guys.
Do we need it? Oh!
Whoever that was,
Thank you so much.
You may need some hashtag clarity to find your way through the end.
I think that was purchased before the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I did that. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm gonna use the crap out of that buff.
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna
Thank you
buff
guys
so
very
hard.
much.
We're gonna buff together.
You're gonna buff together?
You wanna have a buff off?
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Guys,
Best show ever.
to the delight of the crowd, blood was spilled and more than half of the competitors were killed. But before the semifinals began, Adam Bennett, one of the competitors, was suspiciously pulled from the tournament under the auspice of unable to continue because of injury. A status that clearly didn't match his uninjured arena performance. Invoking a never-before-used rule, the Lord and Master of Arena, Antonius Basileus, has decreed that the three remaining pilots each will face a specially selected opponent, until only two can remain to fight in the finals. Hobart Hammer, the Brony, and the Eternal Sunshine are the three semi-finalists, and they are awaiting their challenges. Meanwhile, across Coliseum, Bruno, Jenica, Aquamarine, Andy James, and Thomas have all begun the final stages of Zenda's plan, each with their assigned tasks. As for Zenda himself, he has not been heard from since the Grand Tournament roster was revealed. And now for the conclusion of Masters of the Metaverse. Thomas, it has been a long week, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. After the emergency evacuation of the bunker out in the wastes of Arena, your accommodations have often been even worse. And unlike the others who have made frequent trips out on Zenda's behest, you're not really trained in the espionage operation arts and have spent most of your time doing almost nothing. But no longer. Today is apparently the big day. Crash is fighting in the Grand Tournament, as well as Brony, it seems, though his motivations remain unclear. Your job today, however, is very clear, and also clearly not possible. Making your way through Coliseum was easy enough. Using your power to control machines made moving a few cameras and sensors an effortless task. But now that you've reached the massive central security hub, your doubts have set in. Almost 4 square blocks of fortified, guarded building. And they clearly have expected something, as the security forces here are more than triple what they're said to be, including hover tanks, more than 200 armed guards, and what you could only call mechs. A slow, methodical scouting trip around the perimeter provided no additional insight as to how you could get in and disable all these systems, let alone hold the control room and keep them from taking it back. In short, the mission is a no-go. As if to make matters worse, a pair of hover tanks have just begun making their way down the street to join the forces stationed there. Taking cover behind a low wall, you can watch them go by. As the second one drifts by, Andy James rolls out from underneath it. How she managed that is anyone's guess. 2 of you against an army. Zenda is clearly insane. Andy James, you have made your way through the heavily patrolled streets to join up with Thomas and take down the central security hub. It was easy enough to hitch a ride on a passing hover tank, all in a day's work for a super spy. But something is amiss. The patrols here and through town are more than triple strength. There are checkpoints set up on the street and armed guards everywhere. Something has certainly gone wrong. Slicing into a security channel, you have been able to determine that Antonius Basileus himself has ordered increased security and informed his forces to prepare for an assault at any moment. So much for the element of surprise. On your closed comms channel with Zenda and the others, the clear voice of your grandfather comes through. Bravo team in position, standing by. Rolling out from under the hover tank before it could reach its destination with the troops, you join Thomas Wells, who looks rather uncertain. And how can you blame him? This is not how it was supposed to happen. This plan had better work. As if reading your mind, Zenda's voice comes across the comms. Alpha team, Bravo team, maintain positions. Begin operations on my mark. Stand by.
Hashtag chat power Thomas to the vampire. You know the one.
Excellent. Thank you, Chad.
Meanwhile, high above in the Grand Tournament, Wyatt, Rosie, and Maddox wait nervously and impatiently while the arena is prepared for its new challenges. What happened to Bennett? Who or what will these mystery opponents be? Things seem to be spiraling out of control rapidly.
One step closer to a hashtag dance party, so those without chairs have an advantage.
And 35mm Heart was the person who gave us all of our buffs.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you. I'm excited to dance when it is time.
Beneath the owner's box in their individual rooms, the remaining fighters prepare for their upcoming matches with mystery opponents. Brony, there was a letter sitting in your locker room that was not there before, addressed clearly to you and by someone that seems to know you.
This is usually like just terribly chewing me out for being way too good at a match and some kids. Oh, dear Robert, I wish you could know how proud of you I am. It might not mean much, especially since you likely have no idea who I am. But sometimes just knowing that someone out there sees work, the effort, the change, that someone cares and feels proud, sometimes that is enough to alter destiny. You came into this believing it was just a game, and you've become a hero. Thanks. The Metaverse isn't as random as people like to think, and it absolutely knew what it was doing when it chose you. This feels really good. This is amazing. So there's a lot left, but I'm gonna keep the rest for myself. Thank you very much. That is fantastic.
Artos Cade's voice comes in your ear, clear as always. Robert, I know that you said you wouldn't kill Crash, so I'm wondering what kind of a solution you have to making him at the very least look dead. They might have some kind of half-cocked plan, but if he tries to face Basileus, he will drain every bit of his power for himself. Only you have the capability to stop that. So remember the plan, you need to sell it, you need to make him think he won, and then when he tries to drain you, you know what to do. You only have a split second to pull it off, but it's all that we've got. After that, hit him as hard, fast as you can and show no mercy.
Split second's like 45 frames. I got this.
Antonius is incredibly deadly in close combat. Quite possibly the most dangerous man in the metaverse. You will not get another chance. Crash, you are alone in your room, waiting for the next fight. It's come down to this. This place is beyond terrible. And Brony, you're either going to have to fight him or watch him die. Maybe it was situations like this that made your dad into the man he is. Maybe this is just another step on your path to becoming like him. Maybe. But you aren't him. You are Clarence Crash Jackson. And you might be your father's son, but you are not him, and you will not be him. But what to do about Brony? The crowd filling the arena roars as the semifinals begin. Hobart Hammer is the first opponent selected to compete. Striding into the arena with a simple wave, it is to the extreme amusement of the crowd that this most plain and simple of competitors have survived this far. From atop his tower, Antonius Basileus greets the crowd, the hollow screens and projectors magnifying his image. No longer in his finely cut suit, he wears an outfit more suited to a Roman gladiator with a large skull-like helm, adorned with curved horns and steel vambraces, pants of some kind of beast hide with metal plates affixed to it, bare-chested except for a harness, and it's over the top.
He looks dressed to yell, "Finish him."
Yes.
Pax, it's not that it was too long, it's just I don't want to cry on camera, so.
Ladies, gentlemen, and others, I, Antonius Basileus, am proud to present to you the semi-finalist Hobart Hammer. And for his specially selected opponent, I have combed the far reaches of the metaverse to bring you, for your entertainment, the Beast of Salquar. As the crowd erupts into a cheer, sand falls away from the center of the arena as a massive doorway opens up, elevating a platform from within its depths. The thing rising up on the platform can be described in no other way as monstrous.
Like Bolo Yo.
An oily black sphere-like body, undulating and pulsing, the size of a house, covered in eyes of 1,000 shapes and sizes, with dozens of long tendril-like appendages. It growls and roars in defiance as it is raised, sending one of its appendages towards the crowd, only to be repulsed by some unseen barrier. Hapless viewers scream and dodge to the side of the failed attack, much to the delight of the other crowd. The screen then zooms in on Hobart Hammer, who, while unheard and unmiked, the movement of his mouth is unmistakable. Well, this is some bullshit. Hammer takes off at a run towards the creature, which still seems to be rather focused on the crowd. But before long, one of its many eyes turn towards him, followed by tendrils. Rolling and ducking, he closes the distance, each strike a near miss, before leaping into the air, swinging with all of his might at one of the many eyes. Just before his strike lands, the eye separates like a mass, opening into a mouth, which snaps shut around him, Hobart disappearing within. The crowd goes silent, wondering if he will repeat his previous antics of choking someone from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
We're not there. We don't see any of this, correct?
No.
That's great.
But we're here, so.
No, I'm not.
More than a minute passes, and still nothing, and then the creature lets out a loud, satisfying belch. Hobart Hammer, it seems, is no more. As the platform and creature disappear out of sight, the boards change, showing only the Brony and the Eternal Sunshine, each slated to fight their own mystery opponent.
But only two remain, so they can fight each other.
I would like to request to not fight the evil Jello.
That seems fair.
In the arena below, the next match is about to begin. The Brony enters the arena first, greeted by the roar of the crowd. He is truly a fan favorite. They are screaming, waving signs and banners. It is heard over and over again.
Chant for the bro.
From on high, again the screens show Antonius, who raises a hand to quiet the crowd. For such a vaunted warrior as the Brony, I have searched high and low to find the right opponent. One worthy of such a contender. And I have found just the one. My beloved viewers, I present the ancient creature known only as the Colossus.
Ooh, the Colossus of
Again, the crowd roars with delight as the platform opens, and rising up from the sand is a 50-foot tall stone statue.
Damn.
Carved to resemble a man, but very crude. It slowly turns its gaze upon the crowd, and then to you.
I feel like I should get a horse. Seems only fair.
Would you roll some initiative for any of us?
Sure.
I'm guessing the Colossus doesn't have a super high initiative score.
It actually has an initiative penalty.
15.
12.
Initiative penalty.
Cade's voice comes in clear once again in their ear. The ankle, Robert. The ankle.
Cool.
Oh, you're gonna...
I'm gonna hold my action for a round here.
It takes less than a half step forward before swinging a full palm down towards you.
I've seen this movie. This isn't good.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
And it certainly managed to hit you, despite being a very, very quick individual. Your dodge is just a little too slow, and the edge of that hand clips you. It is going to be 120 damage.
Oh! Wow!
That's
Okay.
a lot of damage.
Well, that can go away now.
Thank you, Patreon.
Thank you, Patreon.
Thank you. I don't think I have another one of those in me, so guess I'm going to go ahead and punch him in the ankle. Unfortunately, that is not as. I really wanted to be a little more. Can't read it.
I know. Keep that in mind. That would apply.
You're talking about this one?
Yep.
Okay.
That 100% will apply.
Cool. Well, I'm going to punch the ankle.
All right. It has a dodge penalty rather than a dodge bonus.
Okay. I mean, it is colossal.
Yes, it is exceptionally hard
Okay.
to miss. So your roll is actually going to be 4 better than whatever you rolled.
Cool. Well, then I beat that by 10.
That would be a critical success, so
Sweet.
it will inflict double normal damage.
Right, which is currently also double, so that's 120.
120
Oh,
damage.
you
You
saw this
return
button.
the same strength of blow to the creature or statue. You're not really quite sure.
And given that you clearly started with the same number of hit points, you're dead on with it right now. This is a war of attrition.
I will
You're
say
bound
this:
to win.
Pokemon Sword is brutal.
Several chunks of stone break away, and the cracks spread almost all the way up to the knee and down through the foot, but it does not fall.
Oh my.
You have more than one attack, sir.
Yeah. Well, then let's do it again.
All right.
Normal punch.
Normal.
Second
normal punch.
Now, I will take this moment to point out that we have moments of clarity in the store, which usually allow you to use the lowest dice that we're already using. In the case of here and Arena, they allow you to re-roll whatever you just rolled.
Oh, a moment of clarity.
You can use that moment of clarity to instead roll those
And
dice
if you
again.
roll
so
worse,
like.
you can take the better
plus,
one.
So
that makes
minus
it
4
the best thing in the
plus-
store.
So minus 4, minus 2
Easily.
Leaves me with
$10
beating it by
reroll?
11.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
Yeah.
So it's beat it by 11?
Beat it by 11.
That is also another double damage strike.
But this one doesn't have any, or does it? This one
It's
gets
the
my-
same.
It's the same, so it's another 120.
Another 120. This clearly shatters the entirety of the ankle all the way up to the knee.
Yes,
Cool.
yes, yes.
And as it falls to the one knee, it manages to catch itself with its hands and is clearly not destroyed.
Okay.
But it's going to lose an action, and it has only one attack. It will not get an action in this coming round.
Yeah, you did. That helps.
As it holds its shin and goes.
Its shin is crumbled. Rocks on the
It
sand.
holds its shin.
Well, if it doesn't have an action, I'm also not going to take an action because I have.
You're doing the thing.
I'm doing a thing, and I've got initiative. So.
Have you are you about to shout the very first syllable of your special attack?
Yeah. I'm gonna email it and hope the crowd shouts it in a couple of days.
They have begun to anticipate this, as this is kind of a thing that you've done repeatedly in several fights. It forces itself up onto its kind of arms and stumps, and makes a half-hearted attempt to try and hit you.
I thought it didn't get a.
It lost the action that round. You chose your action to build up for a round. But
Yeah,
it
but
beat you in
I've got initiative.
It beat you in initiative, did it not? Oh no.
No,
you
I
were-
beat it in initiative.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go punch its other ankle.
Hashtag clarity, dear various gods, let no one die. Save as many as you can.
Somebody just realized the value of clarity.
Wow, thank you so much.
I would strongly suggest using those, ladies and gentlemen.
Just every time you roll something, go ahead. Just
If you didn't
roll
get a
it
critical
again.
success, roll it until you do.
Until you do, yeah. All right, cool. How many do we have?
23.
Rather than 10. We only should have 13,
Okay.
not 23.
Yeah, 13.
It should be 13. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I don't think
At 23, I might have burned a few. Just for fun, but-
Okay, so it doubled down. It's all right. So it's only 13. I'm sorry.
Merc, I think that's, you don't need to.
So I'm gonna go ahead and.
Yes, you do have initiative, so you
give
will
it a
get a
punch
chance.
in the other ankle. I don't
All
like
right.
its ankles. Okay, so I beat it by like 12.
That is also a critical, but because you built up, it will be doubled, and doubled.
Right, but that's still 120 because I didn't have the build-up. So it's right, it's 120.
Well, it was 120 without the build-up. You had a round of build-up.
Then 240.
So that will be 240 damage inflicted by the pounding to the other leg. The crack this time travels all the way up past the knee, past the hip, and it just sort of collapses into several different
Went
piles
into his
of
butt
stone.
crack.
Yes.
Do you usually refer to him as?
Well, this fight has been the most
That
exciting
is what the
4.5
crowd
seconds of
refers
the
to
entire
as.
tournament.
He is the brownie.
Hashtag clarity, because I don't think 13 is a good number.
Thank you. Triskaideka philanthropy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Champion.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Champion.
Oh, nice.
As you win, the crowd goes absolutely wild. Your name moves up into the #1 contender spot. The gambling is going rampant, and it takes several minutes of heavy machinery to clear the arena of all the stone from the shattered creature. After nearly a quarter of an hour, the eternal sunshine is presented. Again, the crowd goes wild.
You're the eternal sunshine. That's great.
That's my fighter name.
For the eternal sunshine, I have selected
Wait, where was his theme song?
a very special
it's just
opponent.
it
No
changes.
sunshine when he's gone.
We kind of bust that nut earlier.
Mhm. We did a lot of
We had
versions
a
of
lot of intro.
Here comes the sun. All that. It's all
You
that.
didn't do the obvious crash one.
Oh, yeah.
Crash.
He's socially awkward.
He won't look at any one of us.
I'm still thinking we need to update it to Johnny Cash's cover of Toxic.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I told you Johnny won't cover Toxic because he covered Oops, I did it again.
Yeah, it's true.
How was I supposed to know?
Oh yeah, and I magicked his short so that his name glows on his butt.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Oh, my little wrestler shorts?
Yeah.
You can be my little glowworm.
For the eternal sunshine, I have selected a very special opponent. One not easy to find.
I'm going to punch him in the bank.
But thanks to our beloved Lady Gwen, I have succeeded. From the far reaches of a distant metaverse, one full of beings of unimaginable power.
No.
You know his name. You have heard it upon the lips of your slaves. I bring to you the great warrior, the heroic, the mighty Butch Baker!
You're why
No.
we can't have nice things.
No.
What?
Oh, motherfucker.
Where's Lady Gwen?
In
Please
full
go see
glory, Butch Baker hovers into view. You can clearly recognize him. but there is zero recognition on his face for you.
Oh my god, he's never seen you!
He's shit.
Oh, I'm gonna cry!
Don't lead with I've been
We're
inside
only
you.
30
Yeah, not a good call.
Don't lead with I've been inside.
But finish with it.
Yes.
Oh.
you can't go back.
Yeah, bingo. That's James delighted by something horrible for sure.
Time out.
Initiative.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know who's not
This
as
put the
fast as
shit
Butch
in
Baker?
initiative.
It's me.
I think you might have a chance.
Let's see, so 15 plus 10, 25.
That is much
Clarity,
faster than
make it
Butch
better.
Baker today. You are much faster today, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you for all the clarities.
Thank you for the
Oh my
clarity.
god.
Can you invite him to talk?
Yeah.
I get the first attack. What?
God.
Okay, I'm gonna run up and hug him.
Oh!
I'm really happy to see him.
It's what all of us would do.
I'm going to need a
Alright,
fighting
I'm
check,
done.
Crash, because he is not. He doesn't anticipate this as a hug and thinks that you're doing some kind of physical attack.
Technically, it's a grapple check, right? I mean,
But if I know anything about Titan, is that he can't block for shit.
That is true.
The one thing I know about him is he has a flaw called inept defense.
He likes to lead with his face.
This is technically a sneak attack.
Oh, I got a 15, so I only beat my fighting by 3. I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right, moment of clarity.
Taking that re-roll.
You're gonna hug him so good. God damn it!
roll for damage.
I want a critical hug.
He may have a crap dodge bonus, but I'm not
A critical
taking any
hug
chances.
means that you get to pop your back and you fart.
Yeah.
That's a critical hug.
Okay, that's a 1. So that's 7. Oh, that's much better. I beat it by 11 this time.
That is a critical success. Even
Oh.
trying to move
Crack
aside,
back
he's
and
just
forth.
not quick enough and leaping through the air. You grab hold of him, and he's very tense, like he's expecting this horrible attack, and you grab him in a loving embrace.
And for a second attack, I go, dude, I missed you so much.
And a little fart comes out.
The snuggle is real.
Hashtag hack attack. This one's for you, Crash. Save him if you can, use it well if you can't.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Thank you.
Thank you,
As
Chad.
your body touches Butch Baker's, you are flooded with a string of past visions punching bags.
James. Damn it, James. No, don't you dare. Hashtag dance party, hashtag meta surge, hashtag crash buff, hashtag rosy buff, hashtag team up.
Wow.
Boosted and Patreon boosted.
For those not familiar, the Patreon boosted means that your bonus to health and your roll, you double your bonus to health and you get an additional roll bonus of the same value you already have.
I love this new thing.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it great?
Thank you, chat. Thank you very
Wow.
much.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, so
So as you touch him, you see the bank all the time is repeating on Sentinel City, Mount Rushmore. So many different visions flash through your head of every moment that you spent in contact with Butch Baker.
I'm going to make a power use roll. And since it's like, it feels like that bond we had, I'm going to share some of what I've got with him. I'm going to give him a little Zeus.
Excellent.
That has never worked well in
You're
history.
gonna call him a nerd? Is that what you're gonna do?
He is a nerd.
Mentally?
Oh,
You gotta cheat on your wife. with-
women in Greece. He gave me a
Well dressed
He
as
gave me a little
swan.
Zeus.
Oh,
I made it. Another critical success.
you transfer all these visions and memories directly into him as you're transferring this power into him. You share all these moments, every single moment that you spent as an avatar, or as a pilot in the avatar of Butch Baker, living lifetimes in a split second. Crash, what are you doing here?
Fighting you?
I've been looking everywhere for you. This jerk said all I gotta do is beat up some chumps in front of a crowd and you tell me where you were.
Did Heimdall find you?
Yeah. What kind of disaster have you gotten yourself into, buddy?
Oh, I was Zeus for a minute. Now you are too.
And it was that guy?
Oh yeah, he's a douchebag.
You rotten son of a... And he just disappears in a flash.
Oh.
So
The hollows zoom in on a very, very surprised-looking Antonius Basileus, who stutters for a minute on the camera.
That's my best friend!
With the results of no contest, the Eternal Sunshine is the victor of this bout. The crowd just starts booing and throwing trash and screaming.
You were gonna do that, but now you ruined it. It's fine.
Okay. It's fine, guys.
No,
We next
it's not fun now.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, please, the time of the finals match is upon us. Let this small inconvenience be forgotten. Let us see the Brony face the Eternal Sunshine. Let us see a historic final match. And then we're going to cut back to Thomas and James.
What? No, I'm not ready.
No.
Okay.
Watching this building, just so many guards and troops around it. There's no clear way in. And then the security channel that you've hacked into starts to become very active. Scramble all drones and response teams. We have escaped slaves in sections 3, 11, 13, 17, and 21. I repeat, we have escaped slaves. All available units, please respond. And more than 2/3 of the troops dash jetpack, climb aboard tanks when the mechs start walking away, and it's back down to the amount of guards that should be here.
Isn't that convenient?
At that point, Zenda's voice cuts in, and you can hear shouting and fighting in the background wherever he is. Alpha Team, Bravo Team, commence attacks. I repeat, commence attacks.
I got a little lost. Can we Alpha or Bravo?
Isn't Alpha Bravo the name of the guy who runs this place?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it might be.
Bravo. I think we were Bravo.
I think we were Bravo too.
Remind me what we're about to do.
God, I wish I knew.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jax, what are we about to do?
Take that security hub and disable the security systems within the entire city.
Great. Perfect. Wonderful.
And hopefully hold it long enough that they can't re-enable.
That's actually within my skill set. Just assumed I was going to be getting coffee or making origami at some point.
Maybe you want me to do some karate.
Some karate. I have been studying it. I understand the theory and the history. The implementation, not so much.
Really, all I need to do is drop anything I'm holding.
Okay, so what do I know about the guards, their rotation, their habits in this building?
Well, now that's down to, instead of several hundred, there's about 30 total. Uh-oh. Papers are being passed across the table. Danger, danger, danger.
All right, so there are about 30.
There's
total?
about 30 instead of the hundreds. One tank and a single mech that patrol it. There is only one primary entrance, but you believe there are probably other ways to get in, and you also do have Thomas Wells with you, who is incredibly talented when it comes to machines and computers.
Can we hijack a mech and just sort of walk our way in?
It is within...
You're compelled at the moment.
I think he has to call it. Did she say that?
Usually we do that.
Oh yeah.
And Q. Thomas Wells, you now have personality of...
Give me a moment. Oh yeah, if you'd like me to do that, I can do it for you.
Oh no.
Oh, would you like me to be hacking?
No.
And attacking.
No.
Little laddie
You can't stack beard and Irish on top of each other. That's just rude.
Yeah, that's a full Christian Doyle.
So, what are the mechs
This is one hell of a roller coaster ride here.
Yeah, the walk
Not a dry seat in the house.
Yes, I would love for you. I would love for you
Oh,
to,
fantastic.
yes, if you could hack one of those. I assume there's enough space to ride in them.
I believe we could write it good.
Let's look at maybe we need 2 of those. I'm not sure I can share a cramped space with
I
you.
don't know if it'd be safe for us to try and take different ones. It might be best if we go together.
Great. Wonderful. I will let you spearhead that.
So, would we be considered where? Using the...
You'd be using the 8s.
Oh, well, there then. I'd like to use some sort of ability to try and take over one of those mechs. I believe you called it.
Yes.
I rolled a 9.
Kind of went Nova Scotia.
That would be one of the mundane skills.
That's good because he's actually from Quebec.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's from Quebec.
He's also Irish.
It's
complicated.
I'd like some smoked meats.
Irish.
I'm not gonna lie. You look this up on the internet. It takes a while to find anything.
He's got a certain je ne sais quoi.
He does.
Jenny c'est quoi?
Je ne sais quoi.
Jenny.
Oh, I know Jenny well.
Oh, Jenny. Well.
Do you know?
She's my sister.
Excuse me there, mademoiselle.
I believe. What would it be?
Roll for it. Okay.
It would be considered a mundane skill of the metaverse.
Well, in that case, by 7.
By 7, that is a success, and you're hacking the mech. I believe, is what
love you.
You're going for?
Always have.
Correct.
What?
The mech. Is what
Yes,
you're saying?
that's what she. The little lady.
You take control of the
That's what she wanted.
mech. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, gonna get her inside it. Bring it to us.
All
In a
right.
subtle way.
It begins moving towards you. And it's, not really fast, but it's faster than a person can walk with those huge strides, and it is in your presence within seconds. The guards are reacting funny, looking at it. You can hear the radio calls. They're trying to communicate with the pilot. And what are you
is there
doing?
anyone
What are you
inside?
doing? Oh, yes.
Oh, we should but we should take care of them then.
Ooh, sure should. Great.
With
Sorry,
your
I
7
didn't-
success, you are aware that this mech is equipped with an ejection seat.
Oh, excellent then.
The cockpit opens up and a
That's where it
seat
is, right?
fires out through the air, pulling a parachute and out of
So
sight.
that was not the
pilot
subtle
goes.
attempt that I was going to make, but I like the turn it's taken.
I'm not gonna lie, subtlety was never my best trait.
Being as you're still in the surprise round, Thomas has acted, but you have not.
I have
Speaking of which, if you have a gun, I'm feeling a little bit.
Starts
Inadequate?
removing an arsenal, I assume.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you got
Oh,
shamrocked.
look. Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you. Thank you.
He got addicted to that
Yikes.
Irish heroin. Now he's got the shamrock shakes.
No.
I don't think I've ever been racially offended before today.
It's okay. My mother's mother was Irish. And also,
Okay.
my mother's mother and my mom.
Is there any chance that I have a grenade?
Oh, yes.
Great.
It's fair.
There's so much going on. Great. In classic spy stuffery things, I would like to throw a grenade in another direction to distract them from what's happening.
Ah, yes. Ye old distraction grenade.
Grenades, yes.
I'll take a roll
First
from your
thing in the
spy
spy
stuff
handle.
skill, please.
Sorry, I can't think right now.
Do you have a pebble? No. Next best
Clearly she
thing.
went to the same school that James Bond did. At least she didn't try and fuck it first this time.
Oh. Did James Bond though?
This time.
James Bondage.
Oh.
That would be a
The
great
safe word is
metaverse.
shaken, not stirred.
Don't take risks there. All right. Great. I'm gonna wait. I'm against what? Athletics?
No, you're going to be going
Or
to get your
against-
spy stuff.
Oh, against spy stuff.
And keep in mind, you still have 14 moments of clarity in the store if you don't like that dice roll.
Do it.
I mean, I was gonna beat it by 4, but moment of clarity.
Can you pick which roll you want between the two, or you have to take the second one?
You've got to take the next one you roll, but you can just keep using them
keep
and
it.
keep using them
Yeah,
until you get a roll that you want.
Let's try and
Was
use
that the
everything in the
same?
store
No,
today,
no.
guys.
That is the
No,
goal.
it's 6. It's beat by 6 instead of beat by 4.
Beat it by 6. You toss a grenade, and several of the troops turn in that direction, and one of the tanks immediately begins driving
Great,
towards that.
wonderful.
Quick, towards the explosion! They're that way!
They exploded next to themselves.
But
there's
several
some
more are
over
still
here.
moving towards this mech that spontaneously
Just go after it.
ejected
We
the
are
pilot.
guards.
We have ended the surprise
Guards.
round. I will require initiative in this round
Damn.
from the both of you.
I didn't think about that.
Next time I'll specify that we sneak up to it. You don't bring it to us.
My apologies.
I would like to say that
Oh.
all of the security people are also
Yeah.
French Canadian.
Can I?
No reason. Because I like Irish accents, I think is the reason.
I feel like possibly I want to re-roll for initiative. Can I do that?
Okay. I'll let you do that. Another moment of clarity used, please.
Okay.
Can you not normally? Give us clarity?
Normally? No, but we're doing a lot of things differently today.
Bible says he was born in
17.
Quebec,
17.
but
Which
Irish
is
family.
a damn
Like,
sight better
what
than
does it sound
10.
like?
Isn't that literally Scott
I
Brown?
think you figured it out.
That's what
And
plus nine.
Oh, there you go.
I want to call you by your name, but I'm going to call you Thomas for right now.
Sounds good. 26.
26.
26, don't you know?
26.
I kind of want them to figure it
Top
out.
of the morning to you.
You have won initiative by a landslide, sir. You
So do
still
I have-
have control of that mech, which is now Sans pilot.
I feel I made some strategic mistakes on this. I do apologize.
It's possible.
Am I to understand that we have a mech coming towards us as well as the...
Well, the one that has
So
moved
there-
towards you has ejected the pilot and
yes,
you are in control
but
of.
there's also some others that are...
There's a couple of
problems.
tanks. The other mechs that were here left with the guards when that alarm call went out. This is the only
One
mech here.
one mech, a couple of tanks, and
About 30 troops.
some of them are checking out.
Some
the
of them are
grenade.
checking out, as long with, and one of the tanks as well.
Well, if you like, I'd be willing to do a hard reset on this and just destroy everything with this mech. We take something else later.
Everything sounds good in your voice.
It's whatever you want, little lady.
Oh, he just called you a little lady.
He sure
too.
did.
I
Sure
think
did.
I'll
She's both.
I'll still
Oh,
fire
she's a
off on
wee
the mech.
little ass with a wee little ass.
You want to use the mech weapon? What
Yeah,
exactly
attack
are we
one
going
of
to
the
do?
tanks. What the hell?
Can we-
Attack one of
yeah,
the
attack
tanks?
one of the
All right.
That's a reference.
Just make the
This
tank
will be,
go.
again, you'll use your mundane skill
Okay.
score for this, and give me 2 rolls as both.
The weaponry on this mech, is it...
It's
is it like-
arm mounted.
It's arm
weaponry.
mounted?
Yeah.
Does it swivel at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, as it comes up, I'd like to do like a nice little gunslinger spin around as it comes out, and then start firing off. Okay, bro. That's a 7. That would be by 9.
Almost a critical success, but still a success. That's the first one. I need one more from you. It's making 2 because it's armed with
You
2
see
weapons.
How big his biceps
Oh,
are when
only
he
by
does
5.
that?
Only by 5. And are these at the tank, at troops, split? How are you doing?
That would be more confusing and disastrous for everyone.
No, great.
Let's take out one of the tanks.
One of the tanks with both shots?
Yep.
Both shots are enough to destroy the shielding and the forward armor on the tank, dropping it in the spot. The turret is still active, but it is not moving anywhere.
I have an idea. How about we take out the tank, the other soldiers, and then we take over the other tank?
If you end up
we
having
can complain. We tell them something went wrong, and that the mech went to, I don't know, El Badi or something, and then we
El Bati.
If you end up having to run from the mech, just like cross a small stream and you should be fine.
That's true. That would do it.
Yeah, that was Salt from a different show. Now what?
Hey, you also noticed, much as the spin move, it was very Old West inspired when he fired off from the mech. Like somebody would do with a pair of, pistols that you're all too familiar with yourself.
I sure am.
You will be
sure
next,
am.
Miss James?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. So if we're taking over the other tank,
The one that is moving to investigate the sound of your James Bondage explosion.
I'm going to. Fuck it. I'm
We'll
gonna
use the
try
martini
some.
suite.
You don't
not
have that
chicken.
hurt.
Fuck the tank.
You
I'm
don't
not
have
going
that-
to try to fuck the tank. I'm sorry.
It is an offshoot of I'm Alright, but
I'm alright.
I was feeling more of a translocation magic. I'm alright. It.
You'd like to translate it inside of the tank?
Oh wait, no, I can't do that because I can't see the inside. Or I can.
You have a mech? Maybe it's time for big stompy robots. Hashtag Thomas Buff. Also, let's see how badly physics can be damned with a hashtag cool rule.
wow. Oh
No,
no.
no, no.
No.
Not again.
I just.
We're not Google searching anything that shows up on
Yeah,
chat
I've
anymore.
learned. I've learned.
Waffle!
We have hit waffle. Oh
Okay.
my, oh my, oh my.
Okay.
I did Google Rad Dagon, completely different thing. It was pretty sweet. Like
Crab
8-dimensional,
raccoons?
like hang tag.
Now,
we thought each
your
other's
blink
J-gun.
power does require sight, but translocation magic is
Okay.
translocation magic. It does not require sight.
Okay.
But if you mess it up bad enough, it could be lethal.
Have you read The Stars, My
Not
Destination? This is gonna
Let's
be bad.
No, that's
lethal
not right.
not start. Let's. I mean, we have so many moments of clarity.
You do.
All right. Let's give this a shot. All right. Oops. Moment of clarity, please.
Yeah.
Moment of clarity.
All right. Oh, now see, that's significantly better. So
Hold on while I do counting.
that's 6 on 10, but I do have a bonus.
6 on
plus
10
6.
is more than good enough to transport
great, let's
yourself
do that.
inside of a tank. There are 2 crew members who are immediately very surprised with your presence.
they're
You have only
surprised?
used 1 action so far. You still have an action remaining, if I'm not
one's lap,
mistaken.
so
Yes.
Bang bang. Does
Lucky
he,
him.
Do they have? All right, I was like, isn't it?
What's wrong with beer?
A little more towards a
Nothing.
future hashtag hack attack.
Very awesome.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
Nice.
Knives is right. Yeah, so Sinister Knife.
I've got
Yeah.
the-
I
Yeah,
will
the Tony
take
B
a,
thing is like.
a fighting check from you, please.
A fighting check. Yeah. We're gonna beat that. We're gonna beat that by 7.
Yes, sir.
Beat by 7.
Tony.
Tony.
Come on, guys. The 4th Tony is silent.
What?
I'm just wondering about.
Kind of like
Okay.
the 3rd
where
Durant.
he is.
Yes.
Who is he?
But yes, so
What
I'm
is he?
gonna beat that by 7.
You're going to beat that by 7. That is more than good enough to hit the driver who... These tank drivers and operators don't wear any armor, being as they're inside of the tank, and that would really inconvenience their operation. And you kill him outright, immediately upon transporting into his lap.
Aw. You know I'm covered in blood. God damn it.
Yes, you are in fact covered in blood.
Gross. You
Passing
got
it to
guard
their
on you.
turn after that. Now the disabled tank is going to try and fire at the mech, but it can't really move, so it's going to have a little bit harder time. And it is again firing at the mech, not at either of you.
Oh, stabbing's the midi spine.
And it is still good enough to hit with its primary weapon. This is not enough damage to disable the mech, but the majority of its armor is blown
Not in
away.
it, don't care.
And sparks are flying as it catches on
Aw.
fire.
Oh.
Aw.
It's on
The
fire.
crew member in the gun section of the tank opens the hatch and scrambles out of it,
Ah!
going over the side and out of your sight, leaving you
Shoot him
alone
with the tank.
in the tank,
God, can I do that?
screaming his head off as he climbs out.
You can shoot his
Is
head
he-
off with the tank.
Is he headed toward the building?
From your vantage point, it's hard to tell.
Oh.
He just went up and out of a hatch. Now, the remaining foot troops are also opening fire, predominantly on the mech, as it seems to be the only threat to them. They don't notice Mr. Wells, and they have no idea you teleported inside the tank.
Does that mean I get to act again?
You will as soon as they finish opening fire on this mech.
Oh, okay.
And in group fire, they level one of the legs of the mech, bringing it down to the ground, but it is still functional, propped up on one arm and one leg.
What's that? So it can't
And
walk.
clearly on fire.
It can't walk anymore.
No, it cannot
can
walk
hop
anymore.
like a motherfucker.
And we're gonna go back to the top. And as I have 2 in the store, and I've been wanting to use one in this fashion, as I talked to some people about beforehand, we're gonna do a special version of the rule of cool that happens at this moment. Rather than our audience at home getting to vote on it, the 2 of you in this moment get to team up and do whatever you would want to do as a rule of cool. No vote required. You both succeed as a critical success automatically.
Andy, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, yes.
If you could take a pot shot at the mech with that cannon of yours,
Oh, I sure could.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a roll. I'm gonna go somersault through the tulips, as it were. And by that I mean I'm gonna roll over the little guys with a giant big ball of metal.
Granted.
It'll be
I can
kind of
do
like
that.
puppets, only bloodier.
Well, the puppet's only bloodier. Great. Okay. So
Again,
we're...
no rolls will be needed. These are automatic critical successes. So I just want to explain to me and to the audience at home exactly what is happening because you are in full control.
Okay,
Allow
so
this out.
the mech. Sorry, just I need to see this a little bit in my head. So the building is here, and this
Yes.
is the one that we're trying to get a hold of.
It's about 4 square total blocks, so it's substantially
okay.
larger.
Tank is over here,
Correct.
and mech is here-ish,
That works.
and all of the people in the middle are here.
I can go with that.
Okay, so I think the idea.
Oh, if that's ever lined up, you should shoot somewhere else.
Well, see, this is what I'm thinking. Is
If it should be somewhere else, it could be somewhere else.
I just
Remember,
like the
you're in
idea of
control of
rolling the
core
mech.
physics.
No, I
Doing a
love rolling the
somersault or-
mech. I'm just thinking, like, if we shoot the mech and you can, like, somersault around, and I'm just gonna keep going and just strafe across the building. And
just gotta
see
tell
if we
me
can't,
how this ends
blow
out.
holes in the walls.
Oh, should we try and take out the wall? That sounds entertaining. I like it.
Okay, but I'm still here for your little guys.
Well, about that.
Hi, Mom.
So explain to the viewers at home exactly what happens, because they said
Right.
you are in full control of what
Great.
goes down in this
So I'm
night.
just gonna just spin my turret and shoot more or less indiscriminately to hit the mech and get it rolling to take out the little guys and maybe knock out the wall as well.
There's no maybe. You are in full control. This is a
And
really
by maybe
cool
I mean
thing.
I absolutely will knock out the wall.
And how exactly is the mech working into this?
Well, I
Explain
think,
to us.
I mean, truth be known, if it was Thomas completely in control, he'd be way more simple about all this. Not exactly an aggressive man, Thomas. But Bartholomew, he does tend towards a little bit of the theatric. So,
That's true.
I think he'd like to kick forward off of the one leg that's still working on the mech and do a series of somersaults with the mech through all of the guards that are still there in front. Eventually winding up ramming himself into the wall and being explodified through it by the cannon.
Explodified.
Then that is exactly what happens. Rolling through, crushing these troops. Even managing to roll over the top of the disabled tank, crushing the turret on it in the process. And blowing the entire corner section of that wall off and giving you a clean entry point into this lovely central.
I think we made our stealth check.
Very subtle.
Bum, 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 bum.
And inside of this compound, there is only one predominantly large building of which you've gotten to study the schematics for several times over before this operation. There is a central control room inside. It is used to control all of the drones and automated security measures throughout the entire city.
You mean these drones?
These drones.
These drones? I love these drones.
There are no forces opposing you at this time. There they are.
Oh, God.
Obligatory drones.
Are we supposed to be doing the mystics?
Boing, boing, bing, bong, boing, boing, boing.
Me without googly eyes.
I know I messed up big
Oh
time.
no, they're pretty googly.
That's no more.
Bing, bong, boing, bing, bong.
I'm so happy right now.
With the
It's never over.
but like festive.
Yeah,
I like festive. Okay, so we're going to make our way to the control room then.
You move through the compound, and that section being completely on fire. The few technician-capable people scatter at your approach, or duck behind desks, or try and run outdoors.
Look, if you're not going down with the ship, you deserve to be invaded.
With the ship.
Huh? What?
With the ship.
What did I say?
No.
Going down. What you said.
You did not say that.
I didn't
But I apparently I have like retro casting of like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna screw up your life in the past. Enjoy that.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, so that's what we're doing.
And it takes less than a minute to get to the control room in the center, giving you full access to all security measures and drones throughout the entire.
Now, what would you like to do now that we're here?
Order pizzas for everybody.
Done.
Dude, no. I mean,
No,
have you
that's a
ever
great
worked
idea.
at? Oh yeah, they'd be so happy. They would never they wouldn't attack you. They'd just go break for pizza.
Yeah, I'm sure
Remind me,
that's what's
our
gonna happen.
mission was to create chaos or to just take over the drones.
To take and hold the central security hub.
We can hold it. We weakened it significantly. But I believe in us. But we're in control of the drones, so.
It does give you a tremendous amount of firepower, if Mr. Wells would like to.
What
do
are we
so.
going to do with all this fire?
I feel like we should maybe just wait for a moment.
See what comes to us.
What the rest of the team could use.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Check
believe
in
we
with the
met
rest of the team.
To
Hello,
introduce
team.
myself, I do apologize. Bartholomew William Barclay Masterson. You can call me back.
He's Batman.
He's
Wrong bat.
I really
Be bad,
appreciate
man.
y'all bringing your armored units, tanks.
Oh no! Oh, that's so bad.
That's not bad at all. That's so good. You're very funny, Andy.
Crap, Nick. Sorry. My apologies. I've got turrets.
No.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to.
No, that was a perfect follow-up.
I quit the show.
Yeah.
Awful person.
Thanks for nothing.
Within half a minute of you securing the central security hub, you can hear the calls over the security. They're aware that this is happening. Forces are scrambling to respond and return to the security hub and try and retake it.
Oh.
It won't be long until they arrive.
It won't be long.
Across town, you can hear combat, shooting in the streets. You can even be heard over the roar of the crowd far above.
Shooting in the streets.
Then you see in the streets, through all the cameras that you've now taken control of, tanks and security forces closing in towards this security hub. Even without the drone support, it is a lot to contend with.
No, if we're going to die, at least we'll be together.
They fan out and begin to surround the building that you have taken. And let's go back to the arena.
Oh, but that's where I am.
The Eternal Sunshine and the Brony are slated to square off. Both have entered the arena to the roar of the crowd. Gambling is rampant, and for one of the first times in all of Coliseum history in the Grand Tournament, it's at even odds for both competitors.
Ooh.
Neither is the current favorite.
Oh.
Crash, Brony, initiative, please.
Where are we viewing the
From the owner's box.
From the
far above.
we all get to be in it.
If he's letting you in, it's up to
Are we-
Wyatt, who's in control.
Do we have the
If we
armor on?
refuse to
Are we
roll
posing
initiative,
as guards still?
we don't have
we
to.
got the
For as
armor.
long as possible.
Yeah,
We
but we have the
kinda
armor
do,
and the
yeah.
helmet and such.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Well, that's interesting. Wouldn't that be
14.
crazy?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
The Brony has a 14.
16.
And a 16.
I
is
rolled.
Eternal
You rolled
Sunshine.
double fours. I rolled double threes. But I
But you have a higher initiative.
Yeah.
I turn to you. Crash, you're facing off with the Brony.
I'm really nervous.
So I imagine like the gates open on either side. There we are across the arena at each other, and I just wait.
Yeah, this is where we do the I know him from work joke, but
Yeah.
kind of got stomped by Irish Spring over there.
Time has passed. You could have still done it.
Whittle your soap.
Ah, the last and fresh scent of French Canadian spring.
That used to be a viable marketing ploy. Just some dude cutting soap in a forest. Like, all right, I want to buy that. Smells like a fine Irish bog. Ooh. It's a bit tart.
Please
I
tell
don't
me
know
this
how
is-
long we're supposed to fight, so I'm just gonna go.
You got,
And
y'all
then
got
I
any,
am literally right next to you, slapping you in the face.
y'all got any more of them hugs you was giving out earlier?
I will take a fighting check from you, sir.
There will be like sonic boom levels of impact and sound. You will feel nothing.
So you're going to make a thunderclap when you slap.
He calls it the wedding.
I just got to hug my best friend, and so I don't have to let him feel any of the impact if I want to just take it away at the last.
That is correct. You do not actually.
You're pulling your hugs.
I'm I'm open-handed striking him, but I can bench like 20 tons right now, and that can really mess somebody's face up. And I love him.
Or what's your stage combat skill number?
He doesn't have one of those.
Oh, bummer. No stage combat skills.
Poor Crash doesn't really know how to fight for
Fake,
pretensies.
fake fight. I don't know how to fake fight.
Yeah.
One time he flicked a rock at somebody and they exploded.
We were in Joe's Diner together. That tracks. That is true.
That's a 3.
You timed the strike.
So double
Do it
damage.
Oh. So little damage.
Healed you.
Yeah.
It looks,
It's gonna knock you
The Colossus is back.
it looks perfect.
My
I mean,
tinnitus is gone.
you even feel like that this blow before it lands is going to really hurt, and then it's kind of like just the perfect pat. But the sound is the impact, like thunder. It's so loud you can hear it throughout.
But
the
you
entire
slapped him?
arena.
Like you didn't punch him, you like
I
slapped him?
open-handed slap.
Open hand slap.
used to.
And front, not even back.
Nope, no front-handed. I don't want to
Man, you're sassy.
The crowd lets out a loud cheer, many people laughing and pointing.
Thank you for 86 episodes of the best story I have ever heard. You have all been a part of something that means so much. Hashtag team up.
Thank you. Oh.
Thank you.
We have waffle abilities.
You do have waffle abilities.
I would like to, during that slap, for my second action, establish mental contact.
Done.
Sweet. Is it two-way?
Yes.
Say getting crowded in there.
Oh God, that's right. Will you be able to hear him?
Oh,
yeah, I guess I will.
Sweet. Yeah, and I plugged that feedback loop in too.
I'm like, okay, buddy.
I need you to know and understand where I'm coming from.
Then explain it to me, because otherwise I'm gonna have to beat the crap out of you.
I know. But look, okay. DE Dust, I'm a new player, never played it before. I need you to spectate, brother. I need you to walk me through what to do, because here's the thing. I got one fist of iron and the other steel, except for they're both uranium. And I need to get down that dude's gullet. Capiche? I think those are pants.
Most of that sounded like analogy to me, which
Yeah,
I
it's
do
gaming
not
analogy.
understand.
You would absolutely understand gaming analogy. Don't give me that.
I do.
All right.
I understand. I'm spectating just fine, but
No. Spectating. It's the sacrifice to spectate to get the team forward.
right.
You don't want terrorists to win.
What's your plan, bro?
Yo, the plan is.
Bam! You know, we have to break it up with some fighting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's going to go to you. I
I
need some combat actions from you to sell this.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to
consecutive normal punches.
Pure WWE. Okay. No. This is we're just gonna cue a few people off, but we're gonna make it look good. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the full like suplex with the rollover and the pin, but I'm gonna so I can talk to you.
Okay.
Okay. But it's just there's like no damage.
You're not getting me to 3.
No.
Okay.
I will take an athletics roll.
I mean, I understand. I'm not getting you to 3. I wouldn't let that. I would
not suplex isn't a finishing move.
No, it's not. It's not. This is. Sorry, I was.
No worries.
This is just to.
No one would see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
This is just to get the referee looking somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Give him a snoot.
And also a 3 on that side.
Also a 3.
That'll hit.
In a perfect, the opening salvo of the fight is rather perfect. The slap, the suplex, it looks flawless, but not a single bruise is actually inflicted. Almost no impact, but the dust rises when you hit the ground as though perfect. And the crowd is just going crazy.
And so I'm going to relay, after that suplex to you, my actual plan of getting to the big bag.
Okay, what does this entail, man?
I'm going to get eaten. I'm going to get at. And then I'm going to go boom.
Oh.
Is that with the thing in there?
Oh, you can see that? Yeah.
Less burn and more.
Less burn
or
and more.
Boom, more burn.
Boom. Yeah,
it's burn.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a spicy meatball. And he doesn't have any alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
That's a zesty beef sphere.
It's a commercial. It's a commercial.
Oh, yes. Zesty beef spear.
I haven't either. What? Yeah. Oh, copyright. Gotta.
Don't even remember about it.
Don't even mention it again.
Don't even.
Don't even remember about it.
On this, the day of my
I will
daughter's
give him
doctor's
an offer
appointment.
he can accept very easily. Sorry. Okay, so you got the hot sauce.
Yes.
So what?
Here's what's going to happen if you win.
That's what I was afraid was going to happen.
He's gonna absorb all your power.
Boom. Rhodes told me I had to win.
Yeah, I think Rhodes spit my milkshake.
Oh, he totally did.
I know, I could taste it and I didn't mind. I kept drinking it. What's wrong with me?
Honestly?
A lot.
Like in regards to milkshake specifically?
I didn't order throatberry. That's what I got.
That sounds really gross.
Well,
I'm gonna elbow you now.
Okay. Ah!
I'm not even.
I will take another fighting check.
I'm disgusted.
Hi, Dad.
We're in the box just watching, being like,
Gotcha.
These look real to you. The slap looked real. The suplex looked real. They pulled them off.
can we hear him?
No,
Crash
they're having a
talking?
mental conversation using his blonde or the ability he just used.
But
from
we
Awful.
can't hear Crash, not his side.
You can hear nothing.
Yeah.
They actually look like they're fighting to you. It just looked like the bronies did a suplex on Crash.
Yeah.
It looked like Crash ran up to him and slapped him. They looked like they're going on. That elbow looked real.
He's getting a DDT.
Because I was a kid in the 50s and they just all got it.
Is that a 14 on your fighting check there for the elbow?
Yeah.
So success by 4 doesn't beat his dodge of 6.
I missed.
So he is too quick and slides out of the way of that.
No, I
elbow.
make it look real anyway.
You
I mean, do I
sold
need
it.
to,
Yes.
do I need to roll for it? Okay.
He sells.
Oh, 100% I make it
You
look real.
just sold it. You swear that elbow didn't hit live, but it was. But then it had to have because his head moved to the side perfectly. Yes,
Yeah.
that's why he swears that it didn't hit, but he moved like it did. Perfect. Absolutely.
Do a double axe handle, they'll know it's done.
Yeah.
And then you
But
said
make
the
sure you get him to
DDT was
play.
the follow-up?
Dun, dun,
I will
dun,
take a
dun,
fighting
dun,
check
dun,
for the
dun,
DDT. And that
3.
is also another 3.
Double no damage. Boom! Crater in
And
the
again,
ground.
it is
Like-
perfect. Dust flies in the air. There is no way Brownie could be getting up from that. But he's still conscious.
So how do we do this? What do you think?
Well, I had a really easy way to pretend to kill you,
Okay.
but we can't do that with me.
Can I throw you out of the arena? They seem to not care when that happened last time. They were just fine with
I
it.
don't think AB's just gonna let a potential food source go flying like that.
Okay. You're resilient, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What if we just put you in the ground a little bit?
I have an idea.
What's your idea? Tell me. You watch more wrestling than I do. I'm all out of stuff.
Okay.
Aside from racial stereotypes.
Using the ability one more time since it's still in the same fight,
Yes.
if that's okay with you.
It is
I'm
all right with me.
establishing contact with everybody else.
I mean, the Russian would come.
Is that going to include Thomas Wells and Andy James? Or only the people watching in the arena?
Is it going to be it's not going to be any of the people. I think it's. I want them to know what's going on, but they have comms for that. They don't need to be hearing head conversations while they're trying to hold a position. So
Probably not.
tactically, I think that would be a bad thing. And for some reason, I think like that now. So, yeah, just the people that
All right.
just my buddies in the arena.
I'll take another power use from you.
13?
13 is more than enough. These are there's no margin of success required other than a success. And you've got a 16 on power use, correct?
Yes, I'm
So
fine.
that will be a success. You establish mental contact with Rosie, Maddox, and Wyatt.
Okay, everybody. Don't worry, we're not actually killing each other.
That's good.
But Brody's plan is pretty good for what we're trying to do.
And I may need him to kill me to do it.
Well, I may need him to look like he kills me.
You have to excuse me for 1 second.
Right. But I may need you to kill me before I look like I kill you. Because they know that I have to charge up, right? And you would kill me if I charged up for 4 rounds.
That is
For
so
sure.
true, right?
So if you do kill me though, for real, I come back with half of my health.
We're connected to them, though,
We
are we
will
all
let
on a?
you know
Hey,
eventually.
Is this am I on speaker?
Just
Am I on speaker?
sort of, kind of.
A bit.
You are.
Rat, would a distraction help?
What I'm thinking is, you do your power-up thing, I'll do my power-up thing, even though I don't have one, but it's a big bolt of lightning, right?
Right.
So, you hit me before I hit you, the bolt of lightning still happens, that teleports me away, and then we get Rosie to do the magic to make it look like there's just a big mess of me.
This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Right, I know I can do that. I got it right now.
She's a little quick to agree. Are you worried?
Yeah.
I trust it. Let's do
It's
it.
gonna look great. It's gonna be real good.
All right.
Alpha team. This is Bravo, I think.
This is just all bonus time now.
Uh-huh.
Alpha,
terribly
is
sorry,
anyone
folks.
there?
Okay.
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, just to check in. We seem to have taken over the drones and the other security stuff. We did
little
it a
bit
little louder
messy,
than
but-
intended. So we might be Oh, we just wanted you to know. We caused a mess. That's
But
all.
we have all of the drones.
Yep.
I'm terribly sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no worries, man.
It's fine.
That tends to happen. Messes tends to happen. Don't worry about cleanup. We'll send up cleanup later.
Oh, your forgiveness
and,
is very much appreciated.
Yeah, we'll send up cleanup later. Good job on getting the drones. Keep up the good work.
So a few
'Cause
chest
I'm
slabs
the
that we
boss,
charge
now
up.
I'm talking.
Well, chest, few chest that's on your sir. Yeah, hey, absolutely, absolutely.
We got our next few rounds of combat pretty much figured out. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, should we do a chair gag?
Take a chair from the audience. Yeah, so we get
There's
some
part of a
chops.
giant stone.
I want one skill check from each of you. You tell me which one is relevant to pulling off the deception you're attempting to do
Ooh, and
on your parts.
I have to roll for magic.
I believe I am going to attempt to use fighting. No, yeah.
I think it's all fighting.
Actually,
yeah.
for me, it's going to be power use because.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm charging up a lightning bolt to shoot at him while he charges up his key attack. So when he hits first, the lightning bolt still goes off, teleporting me away to safety.
Right.
And Rosie uses her magic to make it look like I turned into chunky salsa.
Right, and I use the cover of the lightning to hit the ground to make some.
I like this.
I'm
All right,
using
all.
a clarity on my magic.
Yeah, I will.
Well, you don't have to until you re-roll.
Yeah.
Clarity's just for re-rolling.
I know.
So, you already.
I already rolled. I'm using
Aha!
clarity
So,
on my
moment of
magic.
clarity used. That bad, huh? All right. I will require those rolls from all three of you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Super
Oh,
good.
wow, that is quite good over there.
Also,
Yeah, mine was crap. I'm using
pretty
another
good.
clarity.
All right.
I am also using one.
All right, 2 clarities used total.
Now I made.
God
Yeah, okay, I
damn
made
it.
critical, so I'm good.
Yeah, screw these ones.
Yeah.
Oh god, camera.
Yep.
That's much
All right.
better.
Much better.
I will
Okay.
take that.
I'm using another one because those
All
guys
right,
are
a
the devil.
3rd clarity used, but there's still 8 left, guys. Don't feel bad. They took care of you today.
Please be a 1.
That is a 1.
That's okay.
I can get a critical if I do it.
Yeah, beat it by 6.
You also have your bonus to use twice today, so you could use one of those too.
Can I
Oh,
get it?
you know what? If I use my bonus,
You're
then
critical.
Use it once and still have 1 remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
use
it's a
mine.
critical
I beat
success.
it by 9.
Beautiful.
Critical.
There's not any difference between 6 and 9 as far as.
Yeah, you
bonus.
won't want to use that
Just
bonus
keep it.
unless you can hit to 10.
Oh, okay.
10 is what the margin for a critical
Well,
success. Almost there. But
I
you
can't
could
believe
use your
it's not
bonus
critical.
and a meta surge, and then you would beat it by 11.
Do it.
Okay, I do
Do
it.
it.
A meta surge has been used, and all 3 of you
Oh.
critically succeed. So I want you to describe to everyone how perfectly this goes off in exact timing between the 3 of you. Walk us through it.
So we are, we're all set up over at your end of the ring.
Right.
That's where I
That's
bum
where I
rushed you out
yeah,
originally.
100%.
After a few wrestling type moves, we just start smacking each other in the chest with like sonic booms.
Yeah.
Just the whole
Each impact accompanied by
the whole arena
boom.
shakes
Yeah.
because we're hitting each other so hard.
We're like doing that little thing where we're going back and forth into the wall a little bit, shaking.
We realize we're at a stalemate. We back up to our respective quarters and begin charging up our powers. Him gathering his key energy together, and me summoning a storm from the heavens.
Salami, pastrami.
The crowd is going insane
I don't
at
want to
this
get
point.
sued.
But he
And I'm hungry.
is just a hair faster than me, and releases his single punch of doom. Allegedly.
And then the lightning happens.
Just as the lightning happens.
That's
and
what I
then
appreciate about you.
like there is so much smoke. There's so much, and it just it's like a movie where
Now,
like
the lightning bolt will still hit you and it'll suck.
Yeah, it is. It's
You're gonna look like a struck match for a couple seconds, like in the cartoons.
like in the cartoons.
right. So the smoke like
Lightning
starts to
crashes.
clear, and you just see the pile,
Oh.
which let me tell you, it's a pile of crash, which almost looks appetizing because you mentioned salsa. So
Like infomercial.
Why is there
slash
corn in
salsa.
here?
yeah, and we just
There's
see
always
It's a crash
corn.
mash.
yeah, we see
Let's make vodka.
we see the ripped shorts
It's me,
In-
Splash Jackson.
and the shorts.
Where's he been getting Doritos?
Guys,
Sorry.
I'm listening.
thank you.
Please.
No, it's fine. So yeah, the shorts are ripped and the sunshine glow is gone from the shorts because he's dead.
She knocked the light out of your
Salami,
shorts.
power
Oh, yeah.
is out.
And the crowd goes absolutely insane. And in honor of that, we do have a dance party in the store. Leo, would you mind triggering the music for us?
No, Chris has got to sing.
I can do it.
Well, he's the one singing in the track.
I know. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes.
That's the lie we tell.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah!
She might.
The what?
I've never done that before. I didn't know there were actually lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
And you have just experienced the dance party.
There you go.
Yeah.
The more you
Oh, we apparently destroyed all of their ears.
There's our cardio for the week.
Weak. Look at me.
Got it all
It's all
done on
good.
Mondays.
They'll survive.
I'm good until like 2022, man.
Good job on that one.
Yeah.
So good.
The crowd
Oh,
roars.
so
They are
funny, so light.
insanely loud. They are louder than the horrible noise that you all just had to experience at home.
Good cover. It was all planned.
And leaping from the top of the tower to land in the sand facing you is none other than Antonius Basileus.
Tony
You
Basileus.
have earned the right to challenge me. But do you have the courage for it, I wonder?
You made me kill my friend. I'm not gonna let you kill other people's friends.
In your head. No, dude, I'm still here. I'm okay.
Big hugs when this is over.
Be ready in case this doesn't go the way that it really probably isn't gonna go.
Oh yeah, I'll totally avenge you.
Thanks.
Your comms click on Wyatt, Maddox, and Rosie. You can hear Zenda's voice cut through. Be ready. When the arena goes dark, support the attack on Basileus. We'll handle things down here and join you as soon as we can. Good luck.
Oh boy.
Cool. Well, there's literally no reason for me not to try and at least get a few good punches in.
Shall we begin?
Okay.
James, before we get into the drama of that, what should we be doing during this?
Oh, we'll get
Practicing your accent.
there. I promise. We're going to get there in 1 second, my friend.
Oh,
He
wow.
made the face like you got him and he's not happy about it.
I know.
That's the face he makes when you get him.
I
and
will
he's
be
not
with
happy
you two
about it.
momentarily.
Oh,
I
good
promise.
Lord. Okay.
I am rolling initiative.
You're going to
right?
be rolling initiative. Now I'm going to dig out a character sheet here real quick.
Oh jeez.
Accent party.
I feel like I want to see it,
All
but
right.
I don't want to see it.
Hit him in the AB.
I've got a 22 for my initiative.
Moment of clarity.
There you go. Do it.
I've got 26.
Yes.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh, that was worth it.
Yeah, you had to roll twice as good as me to beat me on initiative.
I did.
Yes, you quite literally did. You will win initiative against
perfect,
Antonius Basileus in hand-to-hand combat. Oh,
Hashtag clarity.
Yeah. We will,
Thank
we
you.
will totally take his party and let him forward rejoice.
we're gonna save that dance party.
Hashtag dance party, let us therefore rejoice.
Hey, thank you.
Merc, why? Hey, Larry.
Because that's why.
And we are at double boosted,
What's
guys.
that mean?
Double boosted!
Double boosted!
That lovely little waffle
Full
bonus
ability,
ability you have, you could do it twice.
Two times! Two
Twice.
times!
Twice.
Cool.
Twice. Twice.
I'm going
twice,
to-
Twice.
Oh man, you know what that
twice,
means?
twice.
Falafel.
I am going to charge up.
Charging up. So you will spend your turn charging up. I am going to spend my turn attacking you 4 times.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Good lord.
I have a feeling this is going to hurt super bad.
Gotta grab the right dice for this. Hang on. I've got a success by 15. I've got a success by 12.
Those are both hit.
I've got a success by 10. And I've got a success by 16.
Haha, well, only one of those is a critical because of his high dodge bonus.
That is correct.
Those numbers are very high.
Yeah, no, he's getting his ass kicked.
The total damage is going to be 350 points.
Is that the best you can do?
Is that your waffle ability?
Yes, it is.
Triggering your waffle ability, all 4 blows land in succession, and they are horrible strikes, each one loud as thunder, and the brony is unscathed at the end of the barrage.
Oh,
not
nicely
even
done,
scratch.
Thraxian brother.
Now, just to clarify, that's what I get to use twice? Yes.
You get to use that twice. You have now used it once.
Woo!
You only die in round 3.
The brony's boosted ability is he can negate all damage from one attacker for a round.
Nice.
Oh. I'm going to go ahead and charge up.
Charging up again. Oh, I think I see a strategy here. Yes, I see a strategy here.
I feel like AB just has like the Looney Tunes like steam coming out.
Yeah. Bright red.
But if he's hitting you that hard, he's got to be so good.
Oh, I know. I know.
I'm going to attack you 4 more times.
Okay. Is he an actual like humanoid figure?
Yeah, he's about 6'4", 250-ish. Very
He's
good
dreamy.
shape. Mm-hmm. That one's only going to be a success by 7, barely beating your dodge bonus.
Okay.
That one is a success by 4, but doesn't beat your dodge bonus. So the second strike misses.
Ooh.
The third is a success by 11. And the fourth is a success by 8. So 3 of those blows will land for a total of 210 points of damage.
I ask you again, sir. Is that the best you can do?
Both waffle abilities used, and again you negate all of the damage inflicted upon you. You are now out of those, my friend. Going into the third round.
I'm going to charge up one more time.
And I will again choose to attack you 4 times. You can't do this forever.
Well, that's probably true.
Oh god. Okay. You got your Patreon health back. All
Yes,
20
you
points
do.
of
All
it.
20 points of
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's going to work really well.
Reminding you.
I got a success by 15.
Yeah.
A success by 7. A success by 15. And a success by 14.
Ow.
210 points of damage.
Cool. So I'm back up to 90.
These ones get through the brony's defenses, and they hit him hard. But he still remains standing after just a constant barrage. And these strikes are so fast and so hard, there's no way any person could possibly survive it. But yet, here he is, still alive.
I'm losing face in your hot sauce.
Cool. I'm going to break objects.
What are we going to break?
Oh, I think you know.
These huevos?
That's why I asked if he was a human. Because I get double on that. Cool. So that's 12.
How much of a success is that by?
So that is by 6.
That will not beat my dodge bonus of 12.
Right. So
your dodge is 12?
You might want to reroll that.
Well, I can. I'm
As your strikes come in, it's almost like he knows what you're going to do before you do it.
Cool. Gonna go ahead and use a moment of clarity.
All right, use that moment of clarity and
All
re-roll
right,
that
Metasurge.
dice
We
roll.
have Metasurges too.
Gonna go ahead and use him. Wait, what's a Metasurge worth?
That'll give you 2 each.
2
But
each.
not on this one.
Yeah,
Roll it.
no.
Yeah.
One more moment of clarity.
All right, 3 moments of clarity.
Nope.
Oh!
4. That was terrible.
4
There we
total
go.
moments of clarity have been used.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is a 7 there.
So 7. So minus 2 is 5.
5.
And then-
Success by
6, so it's that'd be by 13.
13. That is enough to beat the dodge bonus by 1.
Cool.
That will hit.
Cool.
You love that.
So that is 360 plus, or so times 2, right? So
Yes.
720.
Your strike hits very, very hard, going up through his body, blood and gore flying out, and what would kill a man, split him completely in half. But as your fist comes out of him, it just stitches right back together. In
I
less than a
figured
blink of
something
an
like
eye.
that was going to
And
happen.
he's standing full and smiling at you.
I dramatically drop to my knees because it looks cool. Hunk. What?
Oh no.
Oh no. I'm also lamenting that, you killed my friend.
And
You're
now
obviously cheating, you piece of shit.
you die. And with a hand, he reaches forward and clasps your forehead.
Nope.
And you can feel your very spirit, your life force, start to be pulled from your body.
Hot sauce now.
The brony's arm, his right arm specifically, glows a bright, bright red as this happens. And his hand goes out and touches the thigh. And where you would think that some kind of power was going between the two of them, instead, Antonius Basileus recoils as though burned, staggering away, holding himself and then dropping to one knee.
Oh, do it again.
Back to the building.
Okay.
What?
You are completely surrounded. There must be more than 1,000 troops outside, supported by tanks.
So you should have powered up for the whole episode.
You can get us Netflix? Can you get
Suddenly,
us Disney Plus, though?
the ground shakes. Buildings in the surrounding city begin to topple and collapse, cutting off roadways and smashing into other buildings. Dust and sand fills the air, and all of the power cuts out.
Oh.
It's unfortunate.
After about a quarter of a second, the emergency generators in the security hub kick back on, giving you your camera views again.
Lighting activated.
And out front, there is a loud roar as cresting the hill are hundreds upon hundreds of metapilots.
Whoa.
Homemade banners with the symbol of Hex is Hope in hand. They swarm down upon the security forces. Running at the lead of them is none other than Zenda, carrying one of these flags.
Aww.
And they rip into troops, into tanks, each one of these individual metapilots showing their individual powers and skills.
Yes.
And this force of 1,000 troops can do nothing as they are torn asunder. In the chaos, Zenda reaches the control room.
I'm sorry, say that again?
In the chaos, Zenda reaches the control room and joins you.
Hey, man.
It's time that we end this.
Great.
Stand close to me. I really hope this works.
No. Yes.
And then you're in the arena.
Oh.
It's gone dark. The power is out, and only the burnt orange sky provides light. Antonius Basileus is standing, on one knee in front of the brony. More energy ripples through the air, and you find yourselves, Maddox, Wyatt, Rosie, standing next to Thomas and Andy in the arena. And then Crash is there too.
I'm here too!
Was there a lightning bolt?
And also Crash was there.
Yeah. Lightning bolt. I'm here too!
From his position on one knee, Antonius coughs up, Gwen, send them away! Send them away!
Oh no.
Don't even try.
And she appears, puts her hands out to send people away. And Zenda too puts his hands out. And everything just stops for a moment.
It's a wizard to it.
What's wrong, Gwen? Can't send them away? Too bad I don't have such a limitation when it comes to you. There's this guy, Rhodes. He'd really, really like to meet you.
Yeah, he would.
Allow me the privilege. Bye.
Yes! Oh!
And for a moment, he strains, sweat pours down his forehead, and then he falls to the ground. But Gwen is gone.
Oh.
Initiative for everyone, please.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Zendi?
No. Oh, damn it.
Oh, it's gone forever
It
now.
really is. It went down there and I can pop that direct. Oh, it's underneath. It's underneath
18
you.
for me.
All right.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
not allowed to
He's
crawl
got an
under the table
18.
anymore after
No,
the
you are
last.
not allowed to crawl under the table anymore.
Where'd it go?
I really loved
It's a. There you go.
I got Brony for an 18. Anybody else? Can somebody give me one?
I'm 23.
Maddox has a 23.
14.
Oh,
14 for Rosie.
Thank you. Under
17.
Christian.
17 for Wyatt.
Okay. Thank you. I had to crawl under the table
Moment of
without
clarity.
being suspect.
Moment of clarity used.
Okay, 14. 20.
20 for Andy
Yes.
James.
That is much better. Thank you.
Yeah.
19.
19 for Thomas.
What do you want?
And what was yours, Crash?
24.
24 for Crash.
Isn't Thomas
And
Wallace
I'm going to have a
forgotten on the
32 for Antonius Basileus.
I'm gonna.
Son of
is
a
that
Good.
Is any?
It's how much for?
32.
You would have to drop his initiative by at least 8. So you could use up all 4 meta surges and drop it down, or if you have an ability to drop it by part of that and use meta surges, you could use it to lower his initiative.
Wait, the Metasurge does.
Each one does either a 2-point bonus or penalty applied as you choose on who you choose.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna make sure that we maybe get some blows in first, and so I'm gonna give you a penalty of 4.
All right, that
And
drops
then-
him to a 28.
Oh, it's still 4 before.
And then
Who's our highest?
You at 24.
Once per session, any die roll takes a -8 penalty. Can I?
Sorry, go ahead and read that out.
That counts as a die.
Misfortune. Once per session, any die roll takes a -8
Would you like to
penalty.
use that?
I sure would.
That drops him to a 20 on initiative.
Maybe you can get him down another.
And that was a team up without
3.
using a team up.
It was a team
There
up.
are
Stop using
4
a team up.
surges. You can use any number of them.
Because I'm 18.
Yep.
So if you can get him to a 17.
Well, I'm going to use a moment of clarity, and one of my bonuses is now another 27.
A 27 for Thomas.
Okay.
Replaces his 19.
Straight up.
Nice.
Can you summon a spaceship?
Can I also
into
go on
this-
27 if I use my +4?
You could use your +4 and go on 27. That was actually
at the
28
same time.
in your case.
Oh.
Because you were at 24, sir.
Right.
I'm going to use my +2 and go on 20.
I want you to go forward.
All right, I'm adjusting you up to a 20.
And who wins ties?
You just grab one die real quick.
It depends on what you're tying. The person with the highest score, though.
Oh, if he's at a 20, I also.
Yep, you need to roll one of those too. Grab
12
just
or-
one dice, yep. And don't add anything into it, just a straight roll.
I think we're going to need some more of these. Hashtag Metasurge X8 and
I'm going to go ahead and use a
hashtag
Metasurge to get myself up
All
to
right,
22.
Okay, I'll put you at a 22.
Yay.
Those make the
Would
difference.
you
Minus
like to use
one
one of those Metasurges and also have a 22
very
and not
much.
worry about that dice roll you just did?
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
that will put you also at a 22. And now initiative shenanigans aside.
Okay. Holy heck.
So where he's at now?
Crash Jackson, you are first.
All right.
Catch me outside,
I need my
bro.
team to be able to hit this guy, and I would have trouble hitting this guy.
Oh shit.
This is true.
Oh.
But I have something right now that I haven't had in a really long time, and that is the ability to control kinetic energy.
You do have the ability to control kinetic energy.
So I am going to slow that motherfucker down.
That was 8 clarity, 8 metasurges, by the way.
Oh damn!
Just so you know, we got both.
Oh,
Cool. So yeah, I am just going to concentrate on.
I'll take a power use roll.
I'm lowering his defenses. I'm basically, making him have to go through molasses to do anything he wants to do. It'll still make him faster than us, but even if I have his, defense bonus,
Just remarkably quick.
yeah, even if I have his defense bonus, he'll be hittable. And that is 10 of my power usage of 16, so I beat it by 6. But I'll use 2 Metasurges so I can beat it by 10.
Beat it by 10. I am going to use that to lower his dodge bonus by 10
Oh.
to a 2.
Oh, yes!
Okay.
That is one action, sir.
Oh, right. And I'm going to hit him with lightning because that guy.
That guy.
I'll take another power use roll from you, sir.
That's a 6. So I definitely beat his dodge bonus.
You did
I beat
his
him by
dodge
10,
bonus.
so he's going to take.
That is a critical success.
Yeah, that'll be. I assume it's a 50-point lightning bolt, so it's 100 damage.
100 damage. You strike him powerfully, but he
didn't do a
still
damn thing.
is on his feet.
Okay.
Our next will be Thomas with a 27.
I don't understand this guy's human.
Looks it so. Yeah.
Very large human, but human.
Perfect physical condition here. But
Wouldn't
this is
it
the
be
first
out of
time
shame
you've
if
gotten
he
close
got
to them, and
cancer?
as an ability,
got a
it's how we as pilots kind of see their auras around each other. This looks like no other pilot you have ever seen, and the auras around him. He must have thousands of bonded avatars. You've never seen power like that.
There's probably no way that I can figure out if this guy has anatomy in any sort of normal sense, right?
Not particularly, but he looks humanish.
I want to do something kind of odd. I'm going to use. I should go back here. I would like to use previous avatar's ability.
Yes.
And turn into mist from Bat.
Yes.
And his vampiricness. And then I'd like to go into this man's lungs.
A brilliant move.
Oh, good God.
Thomas turns into mist and is breathed in.
Yes, but did you miss?
Oh.
Had to be said.
I do not understand.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
How do you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror?
Maddox,
So-
23.
So the guy that eats metapilots, you just let swallow you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Does anyone want to team up?
What were you thinking?
With someone with good athletics,
Okay.
or at least I don't know
I've got
how
pretty decent athletics.
Remember, when you're using the team up, you use the best score among the both people competing for what
Right.
you were doing.
Because my idea is to use my boosted ability and shapeshift into Colossus, and then have someone throw me straight at his dome. Use a 50-foot stone statue, right? Just throw a 50 feet of stone right at his head. And see what happens.
So somebody with super strength, I would assume.
Yeah, someone who can.
How
Take
much
someone
does Colossus
incredibly
weigh?
strong.
I could
gonna
do
say,
it, but
I
I'm
can-
busy this
Yeah,
round.
you
Hold
did it.
still. We're
I
going
can
to
try
put this
to
thing
do
on your
that.
melon.
Bonk. Or maybe I can fall.
I've got 1 ton. That's all I've got.
I've got
How
2
much would
tons,
I
but
weigh?
I'm busy.
As a 50-foot tall stone
Yeah.
statue, I could guess it's a lot more than a ton.
No one? No one? Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to have any.
Then. Well, then let's just push him into the ground for a little bit. Can I shapeshift into the statue and kind of like fall on him and like try to push?
You
just, like,
absolutely
snatch
can.
him? Okay.
You
I'm
make
just
a
gonna-
fighting roll.
Yeah, hold on. Am I still touching him?
Not at the moment. You've
Oh, okay.
separated.
Okay.
Yeah, he got.
When
I
you
felt like
burned
he got
whatever
burned
you
and
did
jumped
to
back.
him, it made him stagger backwards. You hurt him
Okay.
more than your punch did.
That's disappointing.
Did Colossus maybe have like a really long nose so I could just make sure he
Not
gets
particularly. It's
Okay.
really
Well,
crudely
it was-
carved.
Okay, well it was
A
a.
hand
he had a
carved giant
raging-
stone statue.
Let me just shift it to the right position.
But since we're not doing a Clockwork Orange,
But can we?
I would suggest that you pay attention to something that was just said in chat by Lupus420 there. If it's a team up,
Never Lupus
can't you transform after you get through?
Oh!
It's a team up. You can't.
Can't you transform
You could
after
transform
you get
after.
so yeah.
So you get
So
thrown.
someone can
If you
throw
really
me
wish
on
to
the
go
ground.
that
And then
way,
while in midair, you turn into the
you
statue.
don't need much super strength to throw just Maddox.
That is
Do you,
true.
do you want to
We
team
can
up?
team up.
it,
We
do
can all. Yes.
You
we
would
can
just
do
pick.
this.
You can do a
pick
French
person.
Canadian whip.
Yeah.
That sounds.
That sounds.
Or a Panama sunrise.
It's like most things French Canadian. It's actually not that interesting.
Okay. So we both roll.
In fact,
and-
it's
and
bad.
You
take
Twice.
use the
one?
best scores from each person. So whoever has the higher score in each thing,
Well,
use that
so
person's
we
score.
both have the same athletics though.
The stream's
I
not
mean,
playing
I
well in
mean,
Quebec.
yeah.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
You both have the same athletic score?
Can
Yeah.
you?
Well, one of you should use athletics, and one of you is going to need to use fighting.
Okay.
My fighting's 20.
Mine's 16. So.
So you'll use the
So
20
you're
for
fighting.
fighting, and you'll both have the same score
Yeah,
for
my
athletics.
it's like essentially.
But
a
it doesn't
head
matter
ram
which
just with
one of you
50 tons of
rolls, because
stone.
you both get
Swear
to
you
use the
bond
best
one
score.
war goddess, and all of a
Okay.
sudden,
Well.
So
Can we use the best roll?
right?
No, but you've got lots of moments of clarity.
Yeah.
There we go.
True.
I'm just saying between the two of us.
You've got to do one of each, so I need an
Okay,
athletics
alright.
and a fighting.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
What do we have over there, Micah?
Yeah, we got 6 on whatever we decide to put 6 on.
All
That's
right.
good.
Oh, and that was 8.
Okay.
I mean, my fighting is 20. My shooting is
Yep,
or
fighting.
athletics is 18.
So using the 8 for fighting and the 6 for athletics, you can make them both a critical success, making
let's do
the
it.
Both critical
attack
either way.
a critical success.
And
Let's
can we
do
make
it.
it like a really cute, like Scooby jumping into Shaggy, and instead you just boom and like.
Well, you explain it to us and the viewers at home exactly how that happened.
Yeah, sure.
So
How
it's-
did that throw you from scenario go down?
Well, I'm thinking it's like a Scooby and Shaggy moment.
Yeah, like jump into my arms
go,
and then
"Woo!"
and then I like twinkle toes around to get some like
Momentum, and then
momentum.
And then
Like
when
a
she
shot
does
put.
that, I kind
Right.
of start to plank just to get like the aerodynamics of the throw ready.
And then
Plus those sweet
and then
red
I like
ones.
go in exactly the right.
And then as
120.
soon as she releases, I'm gonna transform into Colossus. Therefore, I think the weight would probably like increase the velocity as well. just, all the way
Science.
towards the front. Yeah, right? Physics, gravity.
The impact is substantial, and his physical body is not of enough mass to
If
remain
I-
in place.
I was gonna say, if I have a choice, he's gonna look up and say, "Whoa!" And then as soon as he says "what," like right towards the hanging ball thingy.
Oh,
like
see, that sounds
is-
cool, except that I've been picturing him with a Bane mask the whole time.
Oh, I mean,
Knock, knock.
I'll crush that.
Who's there?
Babs is usual.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
Babs is usual.
Babs is usual who?
I don't know, Babs. Have you never seen that? Oh, okay. Ask your
So
parents.
You say you impact him, and his 250-pound frame is not enough to stay in place as you hit him, and across the entire arena, this Colossus form drives him all the way into the wall, where blood just splatters up on it,
Oh, that's my
like a Jackson Pollock painting. And as the Colossus
My
form hits
kid
the
could
ground,
destroy
it
that.
Slides
just
down.
shifts back together. There is a cloud of mist around it, though. You were inside, and then you weren't inside, and now you're around him again.
Knocked the wind out of him.
Quite literally.
Notice anything inside? Does it seem to be functioning lungs or anything like that?
Yeah, but as fast as this damage was being done, you just watched it go right back together.
Okay.
He's a troll! Burn him!
That gets Maddox and Andy James off of the clock. That puts us to the brony, Mr. Robert Munson.
So is there no physical form left?
Oh, he's already reformed back.
Oh, he's already reformed? Okay, cool.
Standing there, kind of on top of the head of the giant Colossus.
I have an idea.
I need you to throw me as hard as you can. Start.
Oh, you would die.
Okay. I think that's gonna happen anyway.
Don't say that. Why would you say that? Why would you say that out loud?
Sorry, man. It's not gonna be me. Don't do that. You're not sick.
I mean, I'm kind of sick. All right, how far away is he from?
He's been driven across almost the entirety of the arena, so he's about 200 feet from you.
Ah, jeez, I don't think I can make that up in the.
Oh, I can throw you that hard. But if I throw you as hard as I can, you're going to like.
You can cover 200 feet pretty quickly. You are in incredible shape.
Okay, you know what though?
You're a superhuman alien karate master. I think you can probably manage.
All right. Well, I'm going to rush in, and with the glowing right arm, I'm going to put an uppercut right through his chin or whatever.
All right, give me a fighting check.
I can't help you this round anyway.
That's pretty good.
That is a critical success. How much damage do you inflict, sir?
Well, I'm not charged up. I don't know if the fact that it does that, does that have anything to do with it at all?
Oh, yeah. That most definitely will.
Okay, because it's normally 30.
You're going to double that.
Okay.
And
so
you're critical, so you're going to double that.
Cool, 120.
You hit the bottom of his chin dead on. Teeth fly out and start growing right back in.
God, that's
so awful.
Did our hit do no damage?
It splattered him completely like a Jackson Pollock
And
against the
then
wall, and then he was there again.
So he was back to full immediately?
Yeah,
I
pretty
have
much.
a question.
So we need to do okay.
Can I?
Also I immediately roll back as far as I can. Crash.
What?
We need to do something that hits him.
In the
Like
aura.
we need to kill him all in one go.
Right.
And it's his turn.
So
Wait, I
I
have
need
a
you
question.
to guard me while I do
Well, you being the closest are his primary target.
say
He's not
roll
really
back.
interested in the giant stone statue so much as you. Plus, you
avenge me.
You just burned out his capability to drain power from pilots and completely take all of their powers from them.
Oh, I sure did.
Can we ask a question?
What is your question?
Okay, hi. So, and this is kind of out of left field, and you're probably going to say no to this, but since the Sinister Knife is a demon blade, and demons do everything they can to sever bonds with souls, can the Sinister Knife sever bonds with pilots?
No, it cannot.
Damn it.
That would be really cool.
That was a cool try, though. Yeah, I appreciate
So this
these.
guy's been sucking up powers from pilots.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Basically his.
We think that's kind of what he's been doing. There's a bit more to it than that from what we found out so
I may
far.
have to burn some
Because
medicine,
not only has he
just
been
a heads
eating
up.
pilots, but he's
All
also
right,
bonded
I am
with
going to
thousands
have a
of
success
avatars and
by
doesn't have to
12.
maintain the bond at all. So
A success by 9.
I'm not going to be able to burn enough medicine.
A success by 9.
Yeah, no.
Oh God.
It's
and
over.
a success by 10.
I'm dead.
A series of blows comes in, and just before each one can land, a dark-haired woman with glasses appears behind Rhodey and pulls him to the left, then pulls him to the right, then pulls him to the left again, and then pulls him to the right, and every single one of those attacks misses completely on its mark. Hack attack is used.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she's gonna get in trouble for that.
Who? Wait, do we recognize who that was?
Black. Oh yeah.
Do ya?
I mean, I do.
Oh, let's see who would.
Wyatt Maxwell.
Oh, it's milkshake?
Mm-hmm.
That was her hack.
Okay. So
Monday.
Or Monday, yeah.
Milkshake.
using a previous avatar's ability, something you might not know. Amun-Ra actually invented regeneration. He did that first. He's the god of that.
Got of that.
So I'm going to try to channel his powers to shut that off in Antonio.
Oh.
Give me a power usage roll.
I like the way that was cool, Luke.
I like that, but then James just exhaled, and now
I like this is basically I know a god.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared.
I know a god.
That is success.
I got a god
Can you
for
also
that.
give me a notice roll, please?
Absolutely.
Oh, what?
Do you need a +4?
Oh no, we completely succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Beat it by 10.
Oh.
You have definitely taken regeneration away, but it seems in addition to being regenerated, Antonius Basileus is immortal.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
You can't kill
him.
None of you can.
So
That's
this is
fun.
all kind of
Pointless.
Fucked.
yeah, like super hard.
Rosie, you got a 14. You're next.
You know what else?
Well, I mean,
Got you, dog.
so we can't kill him.
Unless you are relaying that information, no
Yeah.
one else is aware of that yet.
Yeah, I assume you tell us he's immortal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
So we can't kill him.
He has
So-
inside him blood of kings.
I guess I'm just.
He has no rival.
No man can be his equal.
I'm just gonna make myself feel good. So I have 2 actions. My move action, I'm gonna teleport to right in front of him.
All right.
Loki teleport. And then I'm gonna shove my hand into his chest, and as I'm ripping out his heart, I would like to curse him. Never shall magic be a force that you can wield. Curse for all of time. His magic's what he wants. So the Hex Destiny gets to curse him.
Nice.
While she rips out his heart, because it makes me feel
That
good.
does feel
Will you give me a sorcery roll at Hex Destiny score?
Yeah. Good, that's much higher than Rosie's.
I know it is.
Okay. Oh, move the pencil. Okay. No. Oh, that's a 6. That's a 6. I beat it by lots.
Mm-hmm. You have cursed him for all time to never be able to take the power of true magic.
Which is all he wanted. So at least.
You have now made him very, very angry.
He probably don't like you much now, Rose.
Well, look, I don't like him much either. Okay.
But why? He's been so kind.
Plus, I got to rip out his. You know what? I'm gonna eat the heart too. I'm just gonna take a bite out of it for
Yeah,
good.
you Loki the shit out of that.
Good fucking measure. Just gonna eat it and let the blood drip down my face. Oh, that should be a picture.
Hey, it's keto. That shit to do, right?
It is keto.
And then I will teleport away because I'm not an idiot.
Like a true hero.
Do you have 3 actions around?
I run away as slowly as Rosie runs.
Mm-hmm.
Just asking if you had the 3 actions.
I don't, Christian. I was trying to just.
So you're just gonna do those first 2 things and not that 3rd thing?
I'm just gonna eat the heart and then walk away while eating it.
You always
Like
frighten
a
me when you
fucking
give me
hot
this look.
dog. You gotta fight
No,
for yourself.
I don't want to say it on camera.
You don't want a record. Oh, you know.
I want there to be no record of this.
Yes. Ouch. As we
No,
reach,
it's not a bad. It's fine.
as we reach the end of the round, the collapsed form of Zenda slowly rises to his feet. Most of his face has turned into the same metal as his arm, as well as both of his arms.
Both arms.
His chest and down one of the legs, through his ear. He's got blood coming out of the nostril that isn't metal, and one of his eyes has gone completely red.
Oh, he's a Terminator.
So Zenda, any thoughts on how to deal with this?
No.
We can't even touch him right now.
And as we reach the next round, let's go ahead and get started with Crash at a 28.
Man, everybody got good shots in this round, but it didn't seem to do a thing.
No.
So I want to focus more on defenses this round.
Mm-hmm. Who? Does anybody have any time abilities? Like, what
They're
if we just
not
send them to
here.
the end of time? That's a pretty crappy place for an immortal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely can't do that.
It's like end of time, Duluth. I mean, it's
6 of 1.
I am just whittling away our viewership.
I'm assuming that translocation.
I'm gonna
magic
try
does not
and
do
pull
that.
focus. Like he's clearly wants to kill Rosie and Brony really bad right this second. So I'm,
You want the target on you?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull aggro. With ye old. I'm gonna, grab his coin purse and
Monkey steals a peach.
and just be like, look at me.
I'll take a fighting roll from you.
Thanksgivings at your house are awkward.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh,
3.
That is an excellent. You grab hold of what's down there pretty firmly. Thomas at a 27. Things look fairly hopeless.
I put it between my knuckles and I go, got your nose.
That moves it
James.
to a 23.
One more time.
Maddox.
Hashtag hack attack.
Oh.
One more time.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Good grief.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maddox, we're on to you. It looks hopeless. Yeah, your friends can't beat this man, if he even is a man. You know what has to be done. You've always known. It's time to end this. It's time to make things right. For Mac, for all the people like him out there, all the people that need their Maddox, for your friends, for the Metaverse, for yourself. You've seen this moment 1,000 times before, every time you went to sleep. You know what comes next, and you're ready for it. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna shapeshift back into myself, so I'm not a 50-foot rock.
All right.
Good idea.
Fair.
What were you cooking?
We got down here because of Zenda, because what he did. Where is Zenda? Where is
Not too far from you now that you shrank and back.
Is he conscious at all?
He's
I'm gonna
climbed
run.
to his feet. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run to Zenda, and I want to look him right into the eye. Zenda, I need the Morgan. I need to be with her.
You want me to send you to the Morgan?
I need you to send me to the Morgan. This guy is immortal because of his assistance, because of the cage of those prisoners, of all those avatars. I know what I have to do.
I don't know what you're planning, Vernon. I just hope it works. I always liked you. What the hell? He again concentrates, falls to one knee, and the metal spreads further and further across his face. And you find yourself in inky darkness, at the edge of everything, in the Godverse. The other gods that were there when you were there last, they've long departed, each with their tasks. But the Morgan's still there, still waiting. She regards you with a small smile, trembling a little as she does. My dear child, I knew you would come. You know the price for what we're about to do, don't you? I'm afraid, Maddox. Will you take my hand? I don't know what comes after this, but we'll face it together. From the dark, the voice calls out, Redeemer, you have come. One soul of light and one of darkness. Will you pay the toll knowingly and willingly? Will you surrender all that you are?
Of course.
So be it. Let the vault be open, the taken returned, the bound free. Let them be redeemed. Back in the arena, there is a thunderous crack, and the sky seems to rift open. Energy pouring from it. The form of Maddox plummets out of it, hitting the ground, unmoving. Then thousands of beams of light streak out, each clearly some kind of being, one kind or another, catapulting out into the waste, each seeking out a gateway home, until millions upon millions of beings have gone. Butch Baker appears in the arena, still in his mid-sentence. Son of a bitch! Pointing up at the tower. He's got a look of confusion on his face. Antonius Basileus falls to his knees, clutching his head in his hands, screaming, blood flowing from his nose and his eyes. And then after these beams have faded and the dark rift is nearly closed, a being that can only be described as some kind of demon or devil appears standing in front of him. Antonius Basileus, you have violated the agreement that was our contract. You are 9,000 years past due. Your soul, by right, is mine. I strip from you your immortality. I strip from you the eternal hunger. I strip from you your name. You will suffer for all eternity. I claim you.
I'm gonna let go of his balls now.
That's a good call. With that, his skin dries and cracks, crumbling away from his body, revealing bones that then crumble into dust, mixing with the sand at your feet. The fiend, the creature, whatever it is, turns and gives you all a baleful look, stopping at Maddox's lifeless form. This mortal gave up her very soul to free me, to free all of these beings. Remember her. And then he's gone.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
I would like a moment of silence, please.
I am all up in Zen's ass.
In your mid-movement towards him, as everyone regains their second, time simply freezes for just about everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm very sorry. Well, you did it. That's it. I told you at the beginning that the stakes were very high. I didn't tell you how high. Antonius Basileus has been bonding avatars for thousands of years, trapping them in a place outside of time so he didn't have to hold on to his bonds, giving him immeasurable power. But what that did, taking all of those avatars from all of those worlds, it changed them, and not for the better. What you have done today is going to make so much better for so many people. I don't want you to think that this sacrifice was in vain. I'm very proud of you for what you all did. Thank you so much. I am... You know what? This is not exactly my problem anymore. Ronald Gabriel Zenda. You don't look better.
I don't feel better either.
sending me Gwen. That was smart.
I couldn't think of what else to do.
I thought of the right thing. I'll make a good cop yet. I'm retiring. The job is 10,000 years. At which point, you have 10,000 years of freedom. Now, if you can't figure out a way to fix that arm problem in 20,000 years, you're not nearly as smart as I gave you credit for. You know the job. Just do it. The rest of you, I'd say keep your nose clean, but I don't really care. Again, sorry for your loss. Good luck out there, and I'm sure things will work out. Later.
And he's gone. Under Article 71, Section 42, I hereby declare all of you to be a force of the Metaverse, no longer subject to the codes and bylaws of Metaverse enforcement. All charges against you are summarily dismissed, and I hereby order the unlocking of your home Metaverse. You can return home now.
Attaboy, Rhodes.
Maddox, I'm sorry. I should have never listened to you. You deserve better than that. Go home, folks. I have a lot of metaverses to clean up, apparently. Wow, and another one? And this is strange. Some of them just received quite a few unexpected visitors, and since I am technically not allowed to remain here, well, I suppose I won't be seeing any of you again. Stay out of trouble.
What do we call you?
Rhodes.
Oh.
See you around. He then turns, takes a step, and is gone.
I like him better with the metal arms.
Flash forward. 2 weeks later. Back home on Metaverse Prime. Somewhere near the Canadian Rockies. We've all gathered together. Bruno, Aquamarine, Andy, James, Dr. Clarkson, Crash, Rosie, Wyatt, Brony, Patrick, and look, even Mac. Maddox's brother. It's a cloudy day. There's a freshly dug grave and a tombstone. The casket's open. Maddox is inside. She seems at peace.
So I find myself given the rather dubious honor of saying a few words about our friend Maddox. I realize that given her circumstance and with whom she was bonded, Irish whiskey would be more appropriate. But I figured the least that son of a bitch Tony could do was furnish us with a bottle.
I don't drink, but yes.
Maddox was the best of us. Period. And this is so deeply unfair and at the same time so perfectly in character for her. I look at the people we were when we started out here, and there's not a lot to be proud of. But she always stood her ground. She always fought for the little guy. And it feels in this moment like I just want to give up. Like, that's great. We've saved all these people. Wonderful. But it wouldn't be doing her justice to be anything less than the best that we can be. You know, when we made it through the Borks, she was the only one. She was the only one who didn't rise to the bait and didn't fall to her worst. And I didn't really understand that. Everywhere we went, it seems that she continued to be put in worse and worse situations. Always the best of us somehow embodying the worst avatars we can. And she found grace in all of them, and purpose in some of the worst. And that's commendable. And that's Maddox. As much as this has been a very, very difficult road, it hasn't been without its pleasures as well. And for me, none more so than getting to repay her as little as I could as Lou. That was a good one, and I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm going to try to hold on to her. So, well, once again, you selfishly put this upon yourself. Thank you for everything you've done. To good times. I'm so glad we had them. The mind's content, the heart's good ease, and the liver's crawl. Down the hatch, Maddox. Thank you.
Flash forward. The grave is freshly covered. The mourners, the pilots, are gone. A dark-haired woman in glasses stands near the grave, placing a single flower upon it among the others that are gathered there. Zenda Rhodes appears beside her, stepping out of thin air, tipping his head. Monday, she gives him a sad smile. It should have been me. Not that it could have been, but it should have been me, not her. She was good. Like, really good. Maybe the best I've ever seen. I'll miss her. They stand in silence together for a moment. You know, your order, they want me to bring you in. She nods. Thing is, I can't find a single rule that says I have to make that my priority. I also can't find a rule that says I can't give you a head start. She looks at them quizzically. Why don't you try a nice beach, say somewhere on Metaverse 113? I hear there's a retired cop there waiting for you. She slowly smiles, takes a step away, and then turns back. Oh, don't worry about me. I have plenty to keep me busy. The Metaverse is an absolute mess after all of that. Hopefully with the arena being returned to normal, they can start handling their problems like civilized metapilots. Oh, and tell Jonathan I said hello. Oh, one more thing. Thank you. We could not have done it without you. Flash forward. It's a dark and stormy night. The wind is howling. General Thaddeus Thunder Jackson is sleeping fitfully, the only way he ever does anymore, tossing and turning in his blankets, mumbling to himself. His once orderly bedroom and home are in shambles, unkempt and untidy. Without warning, a bolt of lightning slams through the roof, landing at the foot of the bed and waking him with a start. As his eyes adjust, he sees none other than his son, Crash Jackson, standing there.
Shazam. Do I just say that now when I do that? Hi, Dad. Crash? Are you okay?
But
did I hurt you?
No, but how are you here?
So I'm home now. Got everything worked out. Look, things are going to be a little different around here from now on, Pop. I'll call you if I need you, but we've got it from here. I think you've done quite enough. So, stay out of our damn business, or you're gonna get a spanking.
Oh!
Crash, love you, Dad. Bye.
Shazam. And a bolt of lightning departs from the room.
Shazam.
And while we've reached the end of the episode, don't go anywhere. We still have a couple of more things for you before we depart today.
Yeah. Okay.
Namely, some waffles.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Make me sing
It's got to be
after
done. It's got to be done.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
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 Cool.
I think Josh should come back to the table for a moment.
Yeah,
I
do too.
Yeah,
That's part of this.
absolutely.
Jess, will you please come and join us?
That's everybody give a big hand
Before
to
we,
Jess Weaver.
Before we do our waffles, I would like everyone to take a minute. And
Yeah.
particularly Jess, I would like you to take a minute and
Tell
talk
you,
to all your fans.
What?
Before you have to say anything, I just want to say I know you had no gaming experience when you started this.
Zero.
You've done none. I've just seen you and worked with you as an actor, and obviously, I think you're a fantastic actor.
Thank you.
And I knew you'd be perfect for this, bodyguard with a heart of gold who has become the moral center of our entire show over your tenure here. It was the best decision I ever made. I'm taking full credit for it.
So, I want to thank you for what you've brought to this show. And we haven't gotten to work together a lot, but I have appreciated every chance that we have. And I will be fully honest that I was a little territorial at first when Project Metaverse came on. And what the hell is this James guy doing to the show, and where are things going? And it has been such a delight to watch what you all have brought to this and how it has evolved. And both as a character, but as a performer, you have brought this consistent heart and just empathy that has been a privilege to watch and to get to work with in any capacity. I hate that you're moving.
Oh, by the way, we haven't mentioned that yet. Sorry.
But I'm just going to say on camera, I'm going to miss you a lot.
I miss everyone too.
Likewise, lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I am a military spouse, and so we got orders, and we're leaving. So, if anyone lives in Manhattan, Kansas, that's where I'll be. So tweet Maddox. Yeah. So I actually am moving tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
literally. Yeah, I know.
Madness.
It's my husband is filling a truck, and I was like, oh, I gotta go.
We helped.
Yay! But I guess I had no idea what gaming was. And then you asked me, and then I like messaged Maggie 1,000 times being like, what am I doing? And she's like, just show up. And I'm like, I can't just show up. Because that's very much not like me. And I love this shit so much.
Isn't this great?
Yeah, it is. And so, I'm really sad to be leaving this table. But guess what, chat? Maddox has moved on from the table into chat. That's where she will live now. Every Monday night. Bringing in the boinks and the jams and the pokes to all you guys. And
we just turned that into part of the show, though.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
simple.
Maddox, the ghost of Maddox always haunting us.
Wichita! Okay! The same state! That's wonderful!
We told you other people live there.
I
It is a real place. 17. Oh my God, it's a real
I
place.
know, I've never been there before. I have no idea.
And for those, we're keeping you on in more than spirit too, because as you can see, young Ethan behind me was your hand-picked choice to be playing the part of your brother, Mac McFiernan, who will be joining us in the future.
And I said that the one thing that I wanted to leave with is the fact that I didn't leave, and that the Maddox legacy, whatever my last name is, I don't think it was good. McFernan, that's it. There you go. Thank you. I have no words.
I literally just said it.
Yeah, I know. I've been listening to you. I swear. That the
She's preparing
McFernan-
for Kansas.
The McFernan legacy is still here. It's still here.
Yeah.
Bring your heart of gold.
It's going to be a hell of an act to follow, but all right.
I mean, it's still here in all of us, too. Like, you guided my character for sure.
Absolutely.
I know you guided all of our characters.
You changed every character you ran across in some way.
Every one of us. You made me feel bad about bonking borks. I mean, listen to that phrase. That should be the most fun thing in the world. And you brought me to despair for it, and I appreciate you for it.
But we also made a song of it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that episode a lot.
That one was good.
Aladdin. I love you guys. Thank you. And I love you guys.
You know, because we do have that one in our end to celebrate the one last time, can we do one dance party all together, everyone?
I mean, I really think we should.
We should.
Can we do a dance party for Maddox?
The theme song again or something
Yeah.
else?
I'm okay with whatever Leo's got back there, but the theme song is okay for me.
Okay, I got something. Let's do it.
Oh,
do it!
I have to do
No,
this.
do the theme song.
Yes! This is your initiation!
New lyrics to the theme song. All right.
I might need your backup at some point, but work with it.
Oh, okay. I always do.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes!
Yeah.
Maddox is amazing. Maddox is amazing. She's clearly the heart and soul of us. We go for work to find a way. She'll be in chat and she'll make it a day. Yeah! Heroes of the table working without her. That is okay because the song doesn't rhyme. Maddox is so awesome. Maddox is so awesome.
Maddox in the Metaverse. I like that better.
Maddox in the Metaverse.
Maddox of the Metaverse. Maddox of the Metaverse.
Yeah, that was a good way. That's a way to go out right there.
A
Man.
song. I get an exit song.
Yeah.
I hope when you murder my character, I get a nice exit.
Just on your
Different kind
grave.
of celebration. Oh.
Hero because he had no choice.
Yeah, just hero?
It's awkward and honest and quite a punch.
I'll just be happy when Crash is a verb again.
Oh.
I'm kidding. We should open up a game.
He'll probably
store
stay a
called
Vermin
Maddox's
forever.
Place.
What are we talking about?
Oh,
Yeah.
You should work on your accent.
I should. It's pretty bad.
It's pronounced accent.
I believe there were waffles.
There are still 2 waffles we're going to do at least here this evening.
Yeah, we got to get them out of the way.
Oh, someone's moving something.
The lovely Helen Moundhill has one for.
I do. But
Microsoft
it's gonna
not a
be
sponsor?
minute.
While you're doing that,
Be a bit minute.
Christian's going to get one ready.
Okay.
It's over here, sir.
Oh, good. I'm gonna need it.
And before you started, I'll let people know who are watching at home. This waffle was about dragons in flight. It was selected by one of our lovely, lovely chat people when they got the waffle.
Okay. Oh, did we both do dragons?
No, yours is.
Oh, mine is about dragons. Mine is
I'm just announcing each one before it's done.
Oh, I see. Speaking of before it's done, it was written in the car on the way here. So,
A bunch of cars.
Can't get out of the chair.
We mean that.
Okay.
I hate these chairs.
Are you going first or am I?
Oh, you can go ahead and go first, my dear.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Well, we're gonna sing it through for possibly the first time the whole way through. Now I guess. Sorry.
Take your
Okay.
time.
When I was young, I lived in a house down a gravel road, deep in the Carolinas, where the dogwood grows. Cicadas sing and frogs composed, and I believe the stories I was told. The dragon flame was seen again when fireflies took to twilight nights, and I would dance among their lights, hoping to see the dragons fly. And then one winter we moved into the city, where the granite shone and everything was new to me, where buildings barred the sky and it was never dark at night. But I believe the stories I was told, that dragons sleeping beneath our feet, spouting steam up to busy streets, with every word in the cold that spoke. I dreamt that I had dragon smoke. Now I live on the edge of a troubled sea, where the wind and water are like friends to me. The wind will wail and the breakers swell, and I'll believe the stories that I tell. The dragon wings begun, stormy seas that lightning hails from their silver scales, and I will never know exactly why you'll never see a dragon fly.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was lovely.
That was lovely.
Kind of similar. Christian and I slapped this one together today. It's someone asked for an Irish tune in the nature of car chases,
Oh, amazing.
so we're gonna give this one a shot here.
So you're taking the lead on this, all right?
I'll do my best.
I mean, since I'm doing all the,
You're doing all the work. Yeah, I'll try and not butcher it. razor blades and cars 2 and 3. The things they do on Metaverse, they're all crazy. You'll never guess what happens next or where they're gonna be. The car chases on Metaverse are surely something to see. Exploding vans, zombies, those kids, lightning. They're just about the time you think that all is well. They bork the borking borkers into more their borking hell. There's a lot of hazards on the roads and dangers threatening. Best hope your Winnebagos are ready for anything. And if it transforms, you should know it's no anomaly. So pray if you're on Metaverse, you don't drive anything. Exploding vans, zombies, Thor's kids, lightning. And just about the time you think that all is well, they bork the borking borkers into more their borking hell. Car upholds, razor blades, and cars 2 and 3. The things they do on Metaverse, they're all crazy. You'll never guess what happens next or where they're gonna be. The car chases on Metaverse are surely something to see. Zombies, those kids, lightning. And just about the time you think that all is well, they bork the borking borkers back to mother borking hell. They bork the borking borkers back to mother borking hell. I would like to dedicate this entire season to Jess Weaver.
Yeah.
She is going to be sorely missed.
Oh man, that's for sure.
Yep.
We're all back here crying like babies. Bunch of sensitive actor types.
I love.
Sorry, I gotta stop doing that French Canadian accent all the time.
We're all going to see her next week for interview with the Meta pilot. We have a lot of leftover store items, and so I'm going to transfer a lot of those into some free questions for you to add in that interview with the Meta pilot.
Yeah, and thanks so much for tipping in so much tonight.
Yeah, you guys really.
It'll roll over.
The show and
Yeah,
everything.
It'll roll over as much as it can anyway.
Can I request that
Yes. You can request.
both of my buffs be gifted to my brother?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
Thank you, chat. They will keep going.
I have things now.
Matt has things.
He's got his own buffs. It's legit.
I don't know what they mean. I've never watched this show before.
It's okay. I don't know how to play either.
You know, Christian doesn't believe in the buff estate tax, so.
This
Clearly
was
not.
a very hard episode and season to write and to not break down in the middle of knowing what was coming. And I have to thank the support I got from Christian behind all this.
And when you said this is what you wanted to do this season, I was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. It'll be great. And yeah.
And also, Jess was involved in the decision-making process on this.
Oh, you didn't just randomly murder her?
No.
Why are you all standing over there right now?
You guys can all come.
You know, this is your show.
Make sure they get to see you, especially. I spent a great deal of time talking to Jess about how she wanted her season with us to end, but she had to move, and this was exactly the way she wanted things to be. And I'm sorry I sprung it on so many of you.
Yeah,
but
Fine, I'll just hate you forever.
I know. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a big day. We haven't actually. This has never happened before in the show.
But yeah, we love you guys, and I can't wait to do more and more episodes. I mean, we've only done 86 so far. Let's
That's not nearly enough.
We're barely at 257 and a half hours.
You know, I mean, somebody said we did kill a pilot once before, but I mean, when Ben's pilot died, we were all pretty happy about it.
Right.
So it was a different sort of. That wasn't really tragic. That was more like, oh, thank God.
Hey, Leo, you want to?
That was also by his request.
It was.
Yeah, come on, Leo. Oh yeah, hey, Mark, thank
those
you
Merkins
for
are fantastic. Mine is the best one.
Ours go together as a pair. It's cool.
Man, I wish we could
And
have
he's
had.
going to grab them.
This cast is huge. I wish actually all of us could have been here. You know,
Yeah.
but that would have filled up the room too much.
It would have.
Yeah. And a lot of folks have other
Other commitments, things they couldn't do. But of course, we miss our Jenica and our Aquamarine and our Nick and our Bruno, and
we'll definitely see more.
There's more people on the show than that. It's amazing.
We'll definitely see more of them.
So let's see what happens next season, which I'm maybe more excited about than I was this season. So it's going to be really cool.
Yes, again, the next arc is Planet Metaverse Invasion. Let you do with that what you will.
And
it's going to be.
I get the sense we're probably going to be logging off a little bit, especially because Leo just ran off. But no, it's all good. It's all good. But I figure we should at least ask, as we're going to be off the air for a couple weeks.
We're back on next week for interview with the Metapilot.
Right, but even after that, with the new
with the Project Metaverse.
Is there any questions or anything? Like, since we've got a little bit of time.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got a little bit of time to
answer a couple of questions.
Yeah. And if not, that's okay too.
Oh no, Odie, you just have to.
Odie has to vamp for 20 minutes.
That's great.
No problem.
We can leave.
All right, I'm
Yes,
out.
we can go home.
I am a huge fan of Vampire
I'm gonna go pick
I
an
love
ornament.
Vampire Batman.
Okay.
Go pick an ornament.
Put your hand in that box and grab a bowl.
If he wasn't immortal, I really wanted to do like the whole Fifth Element thing. And
I'm sorry.
You probably get an order.
These camera angles are very hard.
That would have
That
been
was
good.
not a bad move.
There.
I like that.
Now,
Thank you.
there.
Yeah.
There. Now it's space.
It's like I hadn't prestoed anything, so I'm like a cherry pick. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
No, you
Fifth
just-
Element right there. Just it
Oh.
won't kill him, but just distract him.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Get rid of
first
an action or
question
something.
is wishing for more wishes. No.
Do we get free questions answered now? Yes.
Depending on the question, sure.
Yeah.
Ask away. We'll try and answer anything we can or clear anything up we can. Absolutely. Is Wendy a fixed point? I'll let Christian field it.
Wendy is several static points, not necessarily fixed, but yeah, they're.
Remember to.
Have
spay
we
neuter
seen
your
the last of
weapons.
Zenda? I would not count Zenda out. That guy has a bad habit of showing up where he's least wanted and least expected.
Jess, who was your favorite avatar?
She hasn't been seen in a hot second. But Lizzie in Candyland
Yeah, I love Lizzie too, yeah.
was really fun, especially because I got to crop dust during a game as
Yeah.
a move, and I'm kind of proud of that.
That was good.
And then you two got crushing, which
Oh,
made
yeah.
me really happy. That Candyland,
That Candyland
was
episodes, those
fun.
were special.
Those were scary. Those were
They're
really
ter-
fun. They
they
were
were-
really fun.
They were terrifying.
but that and the Morgan. She
Yeah.
was just wonderful.
Nice.
That's a good
being
question
really
about what
generous.
happened to the ones whose metaverses no longer exist. Those became Rhodes' problem. That's what happened to them.
Christian or James, do you want to reveal more about who Chris was tonight?
Vampire Bat
He was
Masterson?
Vampire Bat Masterson.
Bat Masterson is a Old West gunslinger and such, and a pun that was just waiting to happen with a nickname like Bat. And part of the canon has been that Nick Krieger's death took place when Thomas was occupying an avatar. We'd never established who that avatar was, and he was in Bat. That's who he was in.
Indeed.
And,
I get to go home tonight and inform my wife that our Batman is now named Bat Matterson. So she's not aware, nor is she going to get it. But it's going to be.
But it's
fun.
happening.
Yeah.
It's part of the Metaverse circles we do, where everything is linked. Those of you who are historically familiar know that Bat Masterson is associated with individuals such as Doc Holliday and
Wyatt
the
Earp.
the Earp family,
family.
and was one of the few hired guns actually kept on retainer by the White House under President Roosevelt. You know, Teddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Teddy.
You mean King Roosevelt?
King Roosevelt.
King Roosevelt in the Weird West, but in our
King
world.
Theodore the First.
Right.
But so translation,
King Teddy,
the same
yeah.
idea.
Yep.
Bat Masterson, believe King Teddy.
Nice.
Jess, what was the most surprising thing about being part of Metaverse?
How attached I would get. How attached I would get. It's just a game, but it's not.
Yeah. It really. When we started, it was. I promise. This used to just be a game.
Sorry.
We've done some pretty crazy stuff over the last couple of years.
Oh, that is a good question. With his free meal, what did Jonathan get from the diner, from Joe's Diner? He ate his one free meal at retirement. What did he order?
Probably a plain cheeseburger with no sauce.
Plain cheeseburger, just a hamburger, or
No, it's still got the cheese on it. That's what makes it the cheeseburger.
Just wanted to make sure.
But no aioli, no.
No sauce.
No sauce.
No sauce.
Rhodes has good taste.
Yeah, we weren't the ones who made it more than a game. That's definitely it was Chad.
It was Chad.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What have you done?
From the very first flood, we knew that there was that there was something special about this show. And, there still is. Amazing.
I would like to go back sometime and figure out who actually suggested that flood. Like, how did that actually happen?
We'll find them.
Hollywood gives some extra pickles out of spite.
Hollywood doesn't do anything out of spite.
Yeah,
that's for free.
So, Jess, I think you should get priority. So, do you have a favorite hack or meme from the show?
Hack or meme?
Like an ongoing sort of.
Like Andy writing it.
Yeah, Andy writing.
I mean, like I haven't written anything in a while, so.
Yeah, but I've started doing it on the other show that I'm on.
Writing it?
In your honor. 100% in your honor, but yeah.
You're gonna play. I don't know if it's hack. Oh, yeah, I do.
Is it?
Yeah,
That was my favorite by far.
What?
When Maggie took Jesse James
Oh,
from
no.
the
Oh my
and made me
God.
into a buffoon, and I overcame the embarrassment and gave her a flying puppy. That whole scene and level.
That was good.
I'm Jesse James. That's become a move we do now.
This is
Makes
just
the other
like,
person look like a bonehead during a meltdown. Yeah,
This just-
you guys coined that one.
that whole sequence
That
right
was a
there.
good one.
That was my favorite, just because you like extended that
Sure,
right
I'm
through
Jesse
the meltdown. I
James.
was like, that was really fun.
And you're just like shooting dead horses and just
Shot in the air. It's like, ah!
And then I caught you a bat.
You did. You caught me a bat.
Sky puppies.
Sky puppy, giant. Yes, that was pretty funny. I love it. It was pretty funny. Is it Taker Maddox art?
Oh,
is it
video with her?
Oh yeah, we don't want anything to remember her by, so that would be perfect.
We also don't have scanners and email. We do. We have both scanners and email.
Just because I don't know how to use it doesn't mean we don't have it.
Well, tip 1: don't stick your dick in it. I don't know how many more times I have to tell you.
That sounded like a language I do not understand.
I have tried this before at the home game. It doesn't.
I know.
work.
I know.
Ever since the invention of the Edison plug.
Do you have any idea how many glasses of soda I've had to throw
Thank
away?
you.
No.
Yes.
All of them.
There's a point at which the yes and can stop, for the love of God.
Yes, and?
I love you.
Yes.
Don't get your dick all stuck in the socket about it.
Need a glass of soda?
I was always one of
mark
my
for the
favorite things to see what you were gonna stick in your cheek during any given
Yes.
episode.
That was the best.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Razor blades.
Just
Always.
razor blade. I think there was a moment where like you took the silver lining off of a cloud to fight a werewolf with, or some such like possibly the most amazing, imaginative, poetic, horrifying thing I have ever. Yep, that's it.
I wasn't.
Can we expect more
Yes.
badly done accents?
Only you can only
With this
expect.
cast, you bet your ass you can.
Aw. All of mine are perfect. I don't know what your problem is.
We're just gonna one of these days we're just gonna have an episode where it's just Maggie and Chris doing accents at each other and chat trying to guess which accents they're doing.
No. Take it to the next level. Have Stevie come in as well.
Oh man,
That would be the best.
I will beat Stevie.
yes.
I say we just do an episode where we get accents randomly from chat.
I think
That
that's
would
a
be
great
terrible.
idea.
That would be awful for all of us, including you.
Oh, you gotta do this now when I'm gone.
I know.
That's okay.
You're gonna be
Not
I'm gonna
providing the
live
accents. Yeah.
Georgian, not the Georgian you're thinking of.
Okay, so
You want
there's a
Russian?
question about what is retirement like for an ex-Rhodes. It's long. It's a 10,000-year retirement. You get to have a day of freedom for every day of service you gave, and it's a 10,000-year term of service. So I imagine he went to what was
113.
it? Metaverse 113, Planet Fiji.
It's a magical place.
He's basically just taking that first year or 10 to boat drinks and
not walking anywhere.
Won't walk anywhere from now on.
Not taking a step.
First thing he got was a Segway. He's never walking again if he can help it.
Well, that's
He's
interesting.
gonna find
Speaking
one
of
Make a
that,
segue.
she caught me.
Does he still have Rhodes powers? Can he still like
It's
pop at will between metaverses?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's part of the vacation plan.
that's
Did you
good
just
for
look that
us
up?
to know.
That's a good
He
vacation.
that's a great vacation. plan.
He still has all his travel powers. He's probably not
His
going to
American
be freezing
tea makes
time
me
for
really
anybody
sad.
anytime
Right, but he
soon.
has all his
Cheers.
travel powers.
Mhm.
Okay.
We were talking about the Swedish chef before the show started, so we already started practicing that accent, kind of, by listening.
Oh, but do they want real Swedish? Because that is
That's
not in anyone's real house. Because no one knows what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that Big
made
Summer
one up
Blowout,
for a
right?
play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Summer
I
Blowout.
did. I made it up it was so bad.
It was wonderful.
Yes,
Oh,
X
dear.
Rhodes did stay on a bit longer than he was supposed to. He had a job he wanted to do before he retired. He did not want to leave that for the next poor guy.
Now, does he also get extra days for that? For his overtime?
Every day.
Does he get an extra like 2?
No.
For over? No.
No.
There's
What
no,
about
It's not a
holiday?
union
there's
gig.
no there's no time and a half on holidays.
It's not a union gig.
Question about the Christmas episode. That's the 23rd, correct?
That is correct.
Well,
All
before
are
Christmas
welcome.
episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun.
I want to
I'm
be
pretty
there,
sure
but
there's a
I'm
plan
doing
for it.
Die
Yeah, there's a
Hard
plan
that
for it.
night.
There is a plan for
But
it now.
that's
Yeah,
a
we
good-
came up with that
It is a
today.
good thing, and I'm going to have so much fun doing it.
Hey, go home.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but I'm just emotionally wrecked right now. No, I need.
Did you just Tracy Ullman us?
I may
All
have.
right, fine.
You're
Get out
my
of here.
ride.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going without you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm talking about these guys. Hey guys, thanks for being here for the season finale of Masters of the Metaverse. We will be back on January 6th after next week's episode, which is going to be interview with a Metapilot.
Bye,
Which is,
everybody.
so come up with some questions over the week. God knows you don't ask them on Discord.
All right, everybody.
Night.
Love you guys.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.